Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sand Hills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Still fighting through this stupid voice situation. Cold. Bill has told me before the show that I should go get some steroids to take care of the situation or something. It's dire at this point. It's driving me crazy. Driving me crazy.
I'm telling you, steroid will help you. Not anabolic steroids. We're not trying to get.
Not going Barry Bonds here. Sandy
we're not
Sosa.
trying to do that.
Mark McGuire.
HGH, some human growth hormone to try to get Jake's voice back.
See me come back and just jacked. Wrong steroid, Jake.
Yes.
Wrong one.
Wrong one.
So you are recommending a steroid, though, Bill.
I think I'm
Dr.
correct.
Bill.
Dr. Bill.
Dr.
Yes.
Love. Dr. Bill.
Yes, doctors chime in.
Yeah, if there's doctors out there, what can Jake do?
I'm promoting the steroid pack.
Okay.
Yes, steroid pack.
Steroid pack.
Yeah, I've
They
had
come in a pack. Yes, they come in a little pack.
A steroid pack.
Yeah.
I've had colds in the past. I've never had one that has affected the vocal cords
Now
as much as this one. Which
Now
is
you're just
unfortunate.
kind of a raspy jazz singer. It's awesome.
The vocal.
Take a cigarette over here too.
Yes, that'd be. You should have.
What do you want for your next tune over here?
Hey, hold on.
Oh, all of a sudden, Jake's the piano man. Just,
You do that.
You got to make it to
Oh,
tomorrow.
yes.
and he's
I'd
on vacation.
I'd like to be cured by tomorrow. I want
that's
this
that's the steroids.
So that's why Bill's.
Can anyone get Jake in?
Bill's-
If there's a doctor, a PA, is there any sort of someone that can get Jake in immediately? He's going on a big vacation, and we need to have a.
What's the song? Sip by the Cars that you like?
Since you're gone,
What's the line?
I took the big vacation.
Yeah,
Oh, you gotta get a
different
kick out
meaning
of
of that one.
Yeah, you're here today and tomorrow.
the
Yes.
cars.
The Cars.
I
Yes,
haven't
we
thought
like.
about the cars for a long time. That'd been nice to hear some.
Oh God,
Maybe that'll show up, Jake.
God, they got
Could-
some
I
songs.
could play some Cars tomorrow, possibly.
Yes.
You do that.
on
Not
your
today.
way.
The Cars is not today's song of the day. Could maybe tomorrow. You never know.
On your way out. Hey, how was Columbus yesterday?
It was not in Columbus yesterday.
What?
Corey Oaks is not in
Oh,
Columbus.
I thought you said Quail Run.
I did not say
Yeah,
Quail Run. I said
You
Corey
told,
Oaks.
you told me Quail Run.
I
No.
thought you played Quail
No,
Run.
they both start with a QU.
I swear to
A-
God, you said Quail
No,
Run.
I said Quarry Oaks. in
Okay, I
Ashland.
misheard you.
Quarry Oaks reopened after 2.5
Oh,
years.
I thought the
of
whole
being
story
closed.
was you're going.
2.5 years.
There was never. You thought the story was about Columbus?
Yeah, I thought you were going all the way to Columbus yesterday.
No. I played
Which
it.
I thought was odd that everybody was going to Columbus.
No. Thanks to the people at Nebco,
Okay.
sponsor of the show. They provided several people the chance to go play Quarry Oaks, which is the beautiful course you can see off the interstate when you're going toward Omaha, in Ashland.
Okay.
Near, I guess more in Louisville than it is Ashland.
Is it? Okay.
But it opened after 2.5 years, and it's
What did they
remarkable.
do for 2.5 years?
Well, they did a lot of redid the fairways. They put a ton of bunkers in. They tried to open up last year, but there was a big storm that took out a ton of trees, and so it caused some issues. And so they had to push back till this year. But it's in remarkable shape. The greens are perfect. The views of the river are amazing, and it's Nebraska golf. Like it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. A stunning golf course.
Who'd you play with? That's what matters.
I was supposed to play with Chris Bastet, which is Sip's
Bass.
former colleague,
Yeah.
my former golf league partner. He texted me at 11:30, an hour before the tee time, saying, "Hey man, I can't make it today. My son is ill, and so I can't make it." So I was sad about that because he wasn't there.
Baz is
Baz-
entertaining.
Baz is instant entertainment. He's wild. He's crazy, but he wasn't there. So it was just
crazy
me.
to work with.
I played for the first 9 holes with just me and Todd Brandt, who you might know as Todd from the Todd and Tyler show.
Unbelievable.
Z92.
Yes.
Z92.
Yes.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
It's just me and him.
This is
it was
a
a two-man deal.
Dignitaries. out
yes,
there.
the
Jake
dignitaries.
and Todd Brandt
Todd Brandt. That's his name.
of Todd and Tyler.
Tyler.
Which
They've
Bill's-
been together forever.
Like 30 years. He says he's been on radio since 1987. He said that show's been on since about 1993 or so. Or
Well,
four.
he missed the big moment then. He missed the big moment in 1983. It was in June of 83. I told Steve the story yesterday.
Okay.
Z92 had this big contest. They're giving away a McLaurin ASC, a $25,000 car, which would be like
Funny.
a $75,000 car. And they
Wow.
had to play 3 songs in a row. When they did, the
Z92.
first call, whatever the caller in number of the caller was, it was the Beatles' Drive My Car,
Nice.
the Who's Going Mobile, and Foreigners Rev on the Red Line. So myself and Mike Martin, Dr. Mike Martin here in town, we were painting Ken Rahanick's house. He ran Ken Rahanick's Rexall. It's a giant house. We were painting his house. We had the radio. We'd listen to Z92 nonstop. And on that day, we're on the very peak of the house, and the third song played. And we'd race down ladders, near-death experiences. We get down like that. The Rahanicks are not home, so we have to basically break into their house
Oh boy.
to get to the phone, and
no
it's a
cell phone.
rotary phone. 1
Yeah,
4
yeah.
0
Yeah,
2.
you're
You had to,
screwed
you had
at
to
this
dial
point.
the whole thing. Call again. 1 4 0. You dialed it, so we did it numerous times. Did not get in.
Did you not get through it all?
Did not get through it all.
Never
I
a
think we did.
voice.
No, we did. We got a voice of like your caller or whatever. That was it. You were just done. But I tell you what, it went on for
But
about.
there's a mad rush.
It
though.
went on for like 6 months.
Wow.
You tried.
You'd hear him play one song, go,
Yep.
hang on.
Yep.
Then they'd play the second song a lot.
This is it.
This is it. And then, but when it hit, it was like the looks on our faces, and down the ladders we went.
God, all over the state that was
It was
happening.
all over the state.
Not
Z92.
racing down ladders, but
Yeah.
But you, I mean, you were going to be. God bless you for trying, but the ladder thing was going to. You weren't going to win that because there's people that are.
If you could ask Todd, if you
Brand.
could do some research, who won that?
I should ask him.
I'd like to know who won that. It was 1983, the summer of 83, June.
I would have guessed they were doing that show earlier than 87.
It did not start in Omaha. It started, I believe, in Pennsylvania. It moved to Omaha in like the early to mid 90s, where it's been ever since. They're syndicated across several different cities across the country. But he's a great guy. He was super nice. We had a lot of fun. He's a
Did you
plays a
talk
ton of golf.
radio?
We talked some radio.
Did
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Wow, I would have liked to hear that.
I like to hear that. Imagine that.
It was
that's
fun.
That's like Saban and Belichick just talking it out.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Well, maybe then asking Todd about, are you dating anyone extremely young? You're much younger than you.
A 24-year-old.
Often,
By any chance?
I didn't want to ask too much about his history because when you're playing golf, you want to play golf. You don't want to talk about work all the time.
No, you
So
don't.
I tried to choose, my moments when I asked him some things that we could compare some things on with how radio works. But it was a really enjoyable day. And then on the back nine, we're joined by someone you would know of the World Herald. Stu Pospisil joins us for the back
Well,
nine.
Bill
What?
knows him too.
And Bill,
Stu?
you and Bill, yeah, Bill would know obviously too. But Stu joined us for the backside.
The voice of high school.
Right. I mean, you're being very humble, but that's a pretty amazing threesome. It really is.
We had fun.
Yeah.
We all lost a lot of golf balls. I didn't play very well yesterday. You know what? Stu was pretty good.
You
Yes,
lost
who's
golf
golf?
balls. Jake, you're a good golfer, but you lost. That's going to hurt your score, right?
Wait, it hurt my pride a little bit too. I pushed one in the river on 13. I just sliced the living hell out of it. Except, see ya. Bye.
In the river.
Almost hit the train going by the river. It was that bad. So that's a great shot.
You don't do that very often.
No, what happened?
Didn't have it yesterday. And it was perfect. You could not have, that's a top 10 day. Yesterday was like, 70 degrees.
Except 68 to 70.
There's
Wind,
like-
just a breeze, but not a
There was
gale.
no wind at all. It was like that. I didn't see a cloud in the sky. It was like, wow. There's never been a day like that at Corey Oaks. It's usually windy out there.
What a day.
And I played average golf. The clubhouse is huge. Like they've done a really, really remarkable job on the remodel of the course. For those who have played it, the course looks similar to what it has been. It didn't like redesign a bunch of holes. Hole 9 is now a par 5. It was a par 4. That's the only really big change in the course.
Okay. Corey Oaks.
Not Quail Run.
Not Columbus.
I don't know why I thought you were going to
but-
Quail Run.
Ashland/Louisville, right by Round the Bend Steakhouse.
Which is
what
incredible because I spent the day in heaven yesterday. Yes.
Where's that, Bill?
What's that? Louisville.
Oh, you
Louisville.
Me and Bill are almost in the
Yes.
same area.
Yes,
at
I
Louisville.
went down there to
Yes.
see Koppel Chevrolet. They had a couple things, it's a couple upgrades that they were very kind to help me with on the truck, on a coating for the truck and a couple different things. So I spent the day there, and I'm telling you what, I roll in there and Sarah and Dan take care of you like no other.
At Koppel.
At Koppel. This is now I'm talking in the service department. Before I was talking sales and just the whole purchasing process.
Mhm.
No, it gets better. I had no idea that Koppel could get better. I told you it was like his hired actors. That's what this felt like too.
Again,
When
is this second time?
Second time, I'm like, they're putting me
Getting
up to
punked
something.
here.
I'm getting punked because there's no way that people can be this efficient. And then they gave me some time slots, and they nailed them. They're actually earlier than what they said they would be. Oh, by the way, you need to go somewhere? There's the vehicle for you right there. Just take that, go wherever you need to go,
No
do what you need to
kidding.
do. So
Did you do that?
I did. I went on. I did a couple things. I went over to Springfield
Mhm.
to Ace Hardware
Mhm.
and looked at weed eaters. Did some
Weed eaters?
Nice.
Yeah, did some
Okay.
of that. But anyway, Koppel Chevrolet.
They're great people.
Oh, wow.
So you guys were out and about in the
Yeah.
same
We're
area.
in the same area.
Same area.
We should have been up at Round the Bend
If
for
I'd have known
more
Jake,
Rumans.
if I could have buzzed over there.
You could have
But-
met for lunch.
Could have met for lunch.
Not really, because Jake was
Jake,
golfing.
Jake was
I could
golfing.
have met before golf. for
No
lunch.
Baz though. That really sets me back. But Stu would also wow. That'd be a wow.
Any other dignitaries at that tournament?
Nah, not media. I mean, there's other big wigs in town, I guess, business owners. I mean, I would say you would
Big
know, you
wigs.
guys know the name, I believe. Jim White. You know the name Jim, the
Sure.
golfer Jim White.
Yes.
Jim White is 75 years old now. He shot a 400 par 68 yesterday.
What?
He makes golf look ridiculous, and he played for the tips. Like it wasn't a tournament; it was just kind of.
75.
The man had 4 birdies, no bogeys, all. I mean, just
That's 20
75 years old, shooting a 68.
He's out there whipping.
And he didn't tell me that. I heard. I talked to Jim. He was very pleasant. Somebody told me, you know, Jim shot 68 today. He shot 68.
At age
What?
75.
Very humble, very kind man, Jim White.
That's
So would he be the
inspirational.
same as the guy, the 75-year-old that beat you in tennis?
That's-
the same type of thing.
That'd be Maury Higgins who got me there. Maury,
So Maury
And
Higgins
both.
and Jim White
I've never,
are the two people that
I've never played
that-
against
40 years
Jim.
older.
that 4 years old and beat Jake in sports that Jake plays and that he played.
Yeah,
Yes.
life
Jim
can
White's-
be very humbling at times.
Jim White's a pro golfer, right?
He has been, he's the pro at Fairways up in Lincoln, but he's been a legend around these parts for years.
I give him some.
But I did
praise.
see him. So dignitaries left and right,
Oh, Quarry Oaks.
but it was fun. Thank you to Nebco for the invite. It was awesome. The course opens tomorrow to the public for play,
okay.
Yeah.
so it's back after
Jake
2.5
was
years.
playing on the first out. That's how invited he was.
Yeah.
I felt
Did,
I
did they
think-
reach out to you, Steve?
No.
No. Did they reach out
They
to
would.
me?
They would tell me not to come.
No, they would no. There would be no. They'd be like, Bill, you can come, but I don't know. You'll have to pay for your own lunch, and that's it. And you're just invited to lunch. So really, you're just invited out to pay for lunch.
But,
That would be what you'd be.
A thank you to Joe from Corey Oaks and Caleb, and also from Adam from Nebco for helping out. So
The co.
the co.
It's Nepco.
Now we've got a problem here in Idle Chit Chat. I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. This is from a name in California. I don't know the texter's name.
All
Okay.
right, we haven't. It's
Okay.
like a
And,
new
and
text.
they're addressing
Is it
this,
Dr. Love?
this situation. The cold
Okay.
says this. I feel bad for you, Jake. Go to urgent care. I know you're thinking this is the right thing to do to go to work. It's not. Kind of selfish. Puts Bill and Sip at risk. They are older. Go to a doctor. Get better. Enjoy travel. Lot to unpack in that one.
Jake's risking our lives. Jake
Are
is,
we elderly?
we're elderly. And then also we're in a petri dish here. We're in a closed in. There's no new air. There's no ventilation system in here.
Okay.
And we're
The
just trapped.
text, when it says kind of selfish, puts Bill and Sip at risk. They are older.
There.
That's quite a 3-sentence
That is a lot. They took
back to back there.
COVID-19.
Now I don't look at like we're at risk right now. It's
Yeah.
a cold.
It's a
I
cold.
don't feel
It's
like
all a
it.
cold.
It's a cold, right?
Should we discuss vaccinations?
No,
Okay.
we shouldn't. But
What's wrong with you?
you guys don't feel the same way as the tech.
No.
There was never a thought of me at all of not coming in today.
No,
Now,
Texter, I would say
I just
we
want my voice to
admire. I
sound
think I'm
better.
speaking for Bill, which is always I shouldn't do this, but I think we
You do
admire
it quite
Jake.
often, though. You do it quite often. You use my material for your speaches
without
and your articles.
any sort of
The number of times I've read the headlines, I'm like, well, I think I know where this is going.
I think I said that word for word.
How'd you know? with no mention of my name in there. So anyway, speak for me, Steve.
I think we feel like Jake's doing something noble.
Noble is the word I was going to exactly.
Like
there's not one part of me was like, Jake, are you sure? Should you be in here? No.
Now, Bill did comment, and it's true. You can say I was late again today. About
I'm here. I'm
5:47 today.
Sitting in my truck, I see no Jake's car.
5:47.
Yeah,
I pushed it.
I got my coffee just barely.
You're getting into Sipple range.
No, here's what happened. I told Bill that again. This situation is trying to find cold medicine in the house, trying to find cough drops, and then
everything's been misplaced.
Bunch of recycling I had to take out today. It just took forever to get all the recycling out.
Oh, and why didn't you do the recycling last night, Jake? I did mine last night.
There's always the risk, Bill, of a windstorm at nighttime or people trying to get into the recycling can. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I got
a lot of people trying to get in there. I know that happens all the time.
It's more
just
the thought.
You just see someone's ankles because they're dug deep into your recycling bin.
It's more of the wind overnight and what you have to see a bin in the streets with your recycling out. So
are you feeling your voice is bad? Do you have the chills or anything like that?
No, I don't. No chills. It's strictly just a head cold and voice. I feel fine otherwise.
Has there been anyone text in about the steroid thought that I've come up with?
The steroid pack.
Well, the person did say that said I was selfish and I need to be watching out for you guys. Says they're a nurse. So
okay.
Well, if I felt like I was going to put Bill and Sip in harm's way, I would.
What
not
if all of
come
a
in
sudden
this morning.
we're not in tomorrow and we both have COVID
and we can't talk?
Can't talk. Where'd it come from?
I'd like to do Dr. I think that's a great question from Blitzkrieg.
Well,
I'll try to. I think what you want to do, you want to call back and.
Blitzkrieg.
Yes. Anything else? I don't
nothing
from yesterday.
No.
Anything that happened? Bill was in Louisville.
Yeah, I was here.
I
was here. I walked Bull a few times. That was it. And nothing particularly interesting.
David from Renew, by the way, my good friend David.
Listen to Jay.
He says that eating pineapple can bring your voice back. Have you heard that before?
That's a brand new one.
I've never heard that.
But try it. David would know. He eats a lot of fresh fruit.
Jake, you've heard me say this to you before. I've said it to you before, but I mean it. Sitting in the sun, just sit in the sun for about an hour today.
That won't help my voice out.
It'll help colds.
Help my
vitamin D.
Out.
Yeah, my dad would always say, just go out in the patio and sit there, for an hour and a half.
I chugged some orange juice last night. Does that help? Vitamin C?
When you
chugged vitamin D and vitamin C.
Did you go right from the container?
No.
Okay.
Because I did that, Elizabeth couldn't have it at that point. Yeah. That would take the whole thing and be just my orange juice.
We're in dire straits. You're flying on a big vacation trip. The plane departs on Friday morning,
and
right?
I could get the whole plane sick if I don't get things figured out here.
You could put people at risk in the.
I could ruin people's trips to Hawaii with the cold.
The 808.
I'm watching out more for them, not for me.
This is not so much allergies as you think it's a full-blown cold.
This is a cold.
Okay.
Sadly, wish it was allergies, but
very emphatic.
Very emphatic.
That is
Ellie's here.
Ellie is here. That's Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Please call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297. New customers get 20% off a fertilizer program if you text the ticket to 402-440-6297. Get a free quote within 24 hours at Newton's Lawn Care. I was reading Husker Online on 3. Our very own Steve Sipple, who told us on Monday that he had chatted on the sidelines with Troy Dannon, Nebraska's AD. You had a column. Was it an article or a column? What do you want?
Article. Say article.
It's an article.
Slash
column.
Is there a difference, Steve?
Yeah.
I wrote an article. I wrote a column.
There should be.
Is a column?
It's not always it's not every column you write doesn't take a stance and have an opinion. It generally should have some commentary, but sometimes it's just analysis, and it's very hard to discern whether it's just an article or a column. So,
your article,
what's Steve right?
Your article commented that when you, in your conversation with Troy Dannon on the sideline of the game, of the spring game, that some of it was about the idea of roster limits. And Troy Dannon is clearly to you not a fan at all of roster limits. What was your conversation like, and what was his stance of that when you chatted?
Well,
with
he's
him?
not. He said, I don't think we should have roster limits, period. Talked about this a little bit yesterday.
Mhm.
He said, I don't think we should have roster limits, period. I think every school, this is what he said. I'm just quoting Troy Dannon verbatim. He's the Nebraska AD. I think every school should be able to determine what roster number they want to carry. He did say, understand I'm the minority on that, but I want to make that decision on my campus, in my department. Sometimes we like the NCAA or someone else to be the heavy and say, well, they set the rules, but I think it should be our decision. In Nebraska's, Bill, would you say Nebraska's unique in that they carry a lot of players?
Because when you go across other sports, you don't have any of this. There's no one pushing back from anywhere in basketball. What is the basketball number is set, and so the only sport you're talking about is football. And so people always talk about, okay, we need to have roster size limits but there's roster size limits on every single sport except football,
right?
And so that's where it's a very odd conversation.
He said people get concerned about stockpiling talent, but he said if the transfer you understand where he's coming from. He said if the transfer portal has taught us anything, it's that if kids aren't playing, they're going to go find some place to do it. So when I size all this up in my head, I don't know what advantage you get from carrying 130. You mentioned Colorado, which probably carries not even 90 or about 90.
Sounded like they were probably below that.
Okay, so what is the advantage of carrying 130, or what are the advantages?
Biggest advantage, how you can practice.
Okay.
How you can practice, because all of a sudden you could be down numbers, and it's like we don't even have, you use the term scout team, look team, prep team. You have all those. That is so critical in how you practice, and that was probably, besides gaining a scholarship player for maybe one every 8 walk-ons would need to be a scholarship player. Or there also, besides scholarship player, there was a ton of LRPs in there, limited role players that were really good on kickoff or different positions that could help the team. But where they really helped, and where the part that was the most magnificent part about Nebraska, period, was how they practiced. Because they had numbers to practice, so they could have force. And they said, why didn't K-State have four stations going in the spring? Because they didn't have enough people.
Did that conversation extend to now? Like when you're carrying 125, which Nebraska is 125, 130 is about where
if
they're
you're
at.
In the fall at that time, you could go 3 stations, and be fine.
Okay,
4 would probably be a little bit hard. But think about this: Nebraska went 4 stations at one time in the spring,
in the heyday,
and there was no one. And guess what? There was no one coming in for spring. No one came early. No one.
But as far as when we talk about advantages right now, if Nebraska, if there were no scholarship limits and Nebraska was still able to carry 130 kids,
you would still have more O linemen on it would help you tremendously in your scout team.
What people would say though is it like, I hate to put it this way, but you can. Oh, this is a great advantage for Nebraska. Well, it really hasn't been an advantage of late.
No, it hasn't been an advantage.
Right.
If you say, hang on now,
right? Wins, losses.
Let's take the last 8 years or whatever and say, where's the advantage been?
Yeah. So this is a big advantage for Nebraska.
You've been 100% correct. Right now, you say, hang on, let's just count this backwards now.
Right.
You guys you've been at 140, 135, 140 for the last 10 years, and where are we at?
It hasn't been a big advantage.
It hasn't been an advantage in the last, but it can be. Okay. It can be an advantage on how you practice, how you manage it. It's a lot more work when you have 130 on your team. When you get down to because then you have to have more trainers. You have to have more everything, support.
But here's the question for you then, Jake and Bill. If you're able to do it, why shouldn't you be able to do it? If you're able to do it, I mean, we talk about competitive advantage, but there's competitive advantage all over the place that has nothing to do with scholarship limits.
Agreed.
Right.
I have a really hard time with someone that just like, I would like to pay my own way to be on the team
and can't.
But at the same time, if you wanted to play basketball, I want to pay my own way, and I want to play for Mo. You weren't allowed to. Were you?
No.
You weren't. You're not. No. Here's what we have.
I might have been.
We have these numbers. We have
No,
we
you
have
can't.
14 or whatever the 12, whatever the number is, and that's what the number is.
Mhm.
So
It's a football discussion.
it's a football discussion 100%. But for someone that wants to pay their own way, do that. That's hard. It is a hard conversation. Like, no, we can't do that.
The other thing that Dan and I just asked him, and I just asked, it's talking to ADs like Dan, and you guys would be surprised how much I don't know. So sometimes I ask questions that you'd go, why would you ask him that? But one question that I asked him was, is there always going to be spring football? I mean, are we talking about this sort of setup? And are we talking about it indefinitely? Is there always going to be this part of the football calendar that starts whenever? It could start in February. In Nebraska, it started late March and ran into April. And in this case, it ran into late April. And he says he does think does think there's always going to be spring ball.
Yeah, I don't disagree with him. I think there's going to be a version of it. There might be some changes.
Yeah, like what kind of changes?
A little bit more of the term is OTA,
Right?
Type of thing where maybe there's more break in it, because here's where spring gets you, and different times can kind of get you. Is that you go into spring, and let's just say that all of a sudden when you declare your practices, you have so much time to get them in, period,
right,
from start to end. Then all of a sudden it's like, well, we have 9 guys out. They went out with this and this happened or whatever, where it's like, hey, if we had a chance to be like, four practices, different times where it's like, hey, we're going to go in February for 3 practices of install. We're going to come back in March for this period. So then if there's somebody that has a tweaked ankle or something, you get them back. And sometimes, like I said, there'll be times they're going, yeah, I didn't finish spring. He didn't finish that. That'd be one small advantage you would have for different times with it.
Okay.
Other than that, no, it's not huge. It's not a huge time. I would much rather see spring ball at 12 practices and have 3 other practices that were in June.
Okay.
Or something like that would be like, okay, now this is a little bit more, okay, kind of get things kind of going here. So when we get to camp, we've had those.
We have to take advantage of Bill more than we do, I think, sometimes. Here's what I wonder about in those sort of scenarios. I mean, and I have to think that this is on a coach's mind, like retention. If you went 4 in February, then we're going to take a couple weeks away, and then came back. Do the players retain what they need to retain, or are they just in the interim?
Retain, especially because guess what? They're around.
Oh yeah,
they're not something like. Have you seen them? I don't know where they're at. I have no idea. Yeah, well, they're up here. We're meet because you can still meet with them. You can do different things. You can help with the health part. Also, one thing to it, it makes it a little bit long because it's because of it's spread out. But B, on the other side, day 15 practice gets a little much. You're kind of like, okay, let's just get this over with. When you get to day 12, the last 3 days are just like, let's just get this over with. And you just want things healthy and be able to get it done. And that's more just the players. I was listening to the other day where it was, I don't know what it was. They used to be all practices, full padded 20 practices. That's a lot.
Wow.
That's what it used to be.
Yeah.
20 practices. And I think every day.
I'm old enough to remember.
Yeah. It was insane. And that was a forced march. That was a brutal grind of spring ball to be able to get through it. And like I said, you go to the spring game, Jake, and there'd be 160 plays. Like they would go forever.
I'm old enough to remember this.
The ones would have their gear off just over on the side.
It took forever.
It just took forever because whoever the 14th fullback was, he was getting in the scrimmage. And it was a juggling match for everyone to get him into the game.
Yeah. I didn't know any better. I didn't know any better at the time when I covered it. I just thought this is the way.
And that wasn't normal across the board.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no idea what the number is at Notre Dame, what their roster size is, but they could exist in a lot more walk-ons. Can you imagine if your son, my son wants to go to Notre Dame, wants to walk on?
You do know some though, like Ohio State. How much did they carry over 100? You remember?
It wasn't very high. There wasn't a lot of walk-ons. But LSU was not a lot of walk-ons.
How many on the roster?
I'm just going to guess somewhere in the 15 or so. There were probably more in that 105 to 110. Okay. I remember numerous times being in conversations where I was at. We had to be like at 112 to match up with Title IX. somewhere in that number.
I wonder how many programs in the power conferences carry over 100.
There wouldn't be a lot. I mean, like I said,
You wouldn't think there would be a lot.
the Stanfords, the USCs, all those. They're not even. Like I said, they're fighting to stay at 85 because what happens is they have their 85 scholarships, and then during camp or this or that, whatever, all of a sudden there's 10 guys lost for the season,
Mhm.
and you're at 75.
Mhm.
And or Colorado, from what I was told, was that they decided to squeeze their scholarships, which means we're not going to give out scholarships to 85. We're going to give scholarships out to 75.
So here's a question for you. A question: would like Troy Dannon saying? I mean, the headline on this story is Nebraska AD Troy Dannon's position is clear. Just say no to roster limits. Would the USC AD read that and roll his eyes and say, "Oh yeah, well you don't want him because you have the money to pay all these players. Maybe we don't."
Oh, absolutely.
Would they roll their eyes?
If they roll their eyes, but
they roll their eyes?
That's why there's
just like that.
But would they be like, "Oh yeah, of course you're saying."
That's why I kept saying that. That's why there's no pushback on this. You would hear people say, you'd hear people on radios, other shows being very upset with it. And you hear like a Rick Neuheis will say, well, I was a walk-on and I was able to do this and go to UCLA and end up eventually earning a scholarship, which is a great story. Like I said, there's still walk-ons. Not everyone's going to 105 scholarships. No. They're not. A lot of them are going to stay at 85 and have 20 walk-ons. But to have those walk-ons like I said, first of all, USC, private school.
Yeah, hard to do, right?
$75,000 a year or whatever. I mean, who's walking on?
It's hard to get in it.
It's hard to get in.
You know how hard it is to
remember
get in.
Do you remember the scandal at USC with where people they paid people all the actress or kids,
the actress got whacked and went to prison,
went to jail time for it. And they had because she
cooked up
they wanted to get their daughter into USC. So hard
to do.
So yeah, they're not. No, there's not opportunity. So they operated a way different number.
Do you understand Troy? I understand Troy Dannon's premise, though. The thing that makes the most sense to me is campuses should be able to decide. They should be able to decide on their own accord. Just leave it to the campuses. It doesn't have to be an umbrella ruling on this. Just leave it to the campuses to decide what they want to do. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. Just remember, there's, like I said, I'm going to say this is a 90-10 conversation.
Yeah, Nebraska's in the 10.
They're in the 10.
Yeah.
The other ones are there's no one. Ole Miss isn't walking around losing their mind because they can't have 120 on their roster. They're not.
And I don't know that Troy's walking around losing his mind, but I get what you're saying, though, Bill. I don't 100% get it. So that now I don't know when this ruling's come down. It's got to come down pretty soon.
Eventually. Just everyone knows the number will be down.
Yeah, it will.
It will be.
It's going down.
Whether it's grandfathered in, but like you said, once you say that one, just grandfather it. It's not a big deal. Well, it kind of is. There's a little bit more to it than just say grandfather. What's going on with this grandfather?
Well, or is it a matter of this? And no, it's not. But the way you think about it is, okay, if there's a freshman, okay, you have 4 years. You'll still have 4 years. If you're a sophomore, you still have 3. If you're a junior, you still have 2. That's the way to think about it. But even then, it's still complicated.
It's still complicated.
Right.
It's still complicated.
Do you understand the concept, Jake?
Because then you're balancing off this one. Who new is coming in? Because whoever comes in new, you're not grandfathered.
Right.
And so, but now do you have a spot? Well, that takes away from a spot. And then is there someone that's grandfathered in that as a staff, you're like, they probably need to move on. Yep. They don't have an.
But how do you do that?
But how do you do that? They're grandfathered in.
Grandfathered.
So they're. Yeah.
So now that's what I imagine that the lawyers are trying. That Claudia Wilkin asked to work this out. They're probably trying. That's one thing they're probably battling. Right. Right.
It is the one thing. She basically said, "Don't come back until you have an answer.
Resolve
to not do this." And there's a lot of which I don't have the facts on. One of the stories was like swimmers, different school. They've been saying you're no longer part of this anymore because of what's coming down with this with the
settlement case,
with the House ruling.
Good discussion, Bill.
There's your chat with Troy Dannon on the side. How long are you talking for 10 minutes on the sideline?
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Do you call him Troy or Mr. Dannon?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you something. He's a great guy, and just he's quick on his feet because I just approached him. It wasn't arranged and said, "Hey, that's got a couple questions if you don't mind."
12-minute conversation.
And he just was great. I mean, I got 2 columns out of it.
Is he aware of where Columbus is?
Oh, I'm sure.
You better ask the next
That's
time.
the next question.
I don't know.
Then what is there? What could you and myself be grandfathered into? What would we be? Are we grandfathered in?
What?
I'd love to get grandfathered for
It'd
something.
be something.
Just something in life.
Yeah, why is Busch there? He got grandfathered in, so he's good for life. I'd like to have a
Preferably somebody's will.
Yes, I would like that. Yes. Anything on steroids, Jake?
I'll
Anything?
update that throughout the show.
Any
steroid
doctors
pack.
out there?
Somebody else help me
If
out.
someone can get a steroid pack, get a steroid
bring
pack
it
down
here
to
to the
Jake. Bring it to the
At
station
this point,
ASAP.
when we come back, a question about running backs in the NFL draft next. Early break in the
We're
ticket.
at risk, Steve.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln. Always honest answers.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust. Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Buckle
luck and hang on. This is going to be a good one.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time. One that celebrates fantastic finishes.
Crash together. So close.
And family-friendly facilities. Trading paint.
We've got feuding.
And tailgating tradition. Burnouts. Beer. And barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time. And you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 9th through the 11th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Make sure you tune in every Saturday from 11 to 12 for all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman. Learn how the game of youth football has grown in and around the capital city with coaches, athletic directors, and league commissioners telling you all about it. It's all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman every Saturday from 11 to noon right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you are hungry for lunch or dinner today and have no plans for that yet, I would invite you to make the drive to Ashland, whether you live in Lincoln, Omaha, or anywhere surrounding us.
If you live in Ashland, can you still go?
You certainly could, Bill. I
That's
would
got to
encourage
be an
that also.
advantage. That's got to be an advantage. I told you I talked to Mark the auctioneer at the Omaha Gross event, and he goes 3 times a week.
We're talking about Ruhlman Steakhouse, of course, Highway 6 in Ashland. Wonderful steak options. I had the wood-fired chicken on Sunday. It was excellent. And, of course, the cookie skillet also.
Jake says he doesn't do a steak for lunch, and he went with the wood-fired chicken. He said it was incredible.
It was really good.
Wood-fired.
Wood-fired. That's it. On it, it says wood-fired chicken, half chicken. It was really good.
I had a picture the other day sent to me from the lawyer of the Stars, Steve Mossman.
Yes.
And he's like, where do you think we're at? And I'm like, I can tell you where you're at because I see a giant cooler of aged meats in the back. And he's like, you're right, Ruhlman's.
Jeez.
The size of the cooler that they have for their aging meats is it's the largest, probably has to be the largest in the state. And Phil manages the dry aged beef himself.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
with Keneally Angus beef.
Keneally Angus beef. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So if you'd like to see this for yourself, lunch and dinner, Ruhlman Steakhouse, see the grand piano out there, see the wonderful bar with the ladder.
Phil will give you a tour also.
He will.
And you want to see the photos.
The
photos mean something.
They had 500 people there on Saturday night and 40 with Ty Robinson's group also to celebrate him getting drafted. It's a big deal.
So
check it out.
Ty gets drafted to the Super Bowl champions, and his first thought is to go where?
Ruhlman's.
Enough said. Enough said.
That's a good sell right there for them. Yeah. Ruhlman's Steakhouse, Highway 6 in Ashland. Go there today.
Phil.
You will not regret it at all. When Ashton Genty went 6th overall to the Raiders on Thursday, it was just the 3rd time since 2018 a running back went in the top 10 of the NFL draft. Saquon Barkley went 2nd overall to the Giants in 2018. Bijan Robinson went to the Falcons at I think pick 8 2 years ago, and then of course Ashton Genty's 6th overall to the Raiders this year. And I asked the question because I saw CBS Sports put out an article, who could be the next Ashton Genty of a highly drafted player?
Mm-hmm.
And it made me think, will we ever see the running back position get back to major importance in the NFL draft? We know it's important in the NFL, but in terms of high draft picks, it has not proven to be for years. Can that ever change? Or is that just the way it's going to be in football going forward?
What do you think, Bill?
I think it's a case-by-case study. Obviously Barkley went high, and how's it going?
Really?
You know, and also the amazing thing, Barkley, that was 2018, right? That
20,
said
yeah,
it was
18.
I
Yep.
think so.
Think about that. I mean, he's been around a long time. His in general running back career is about over. That's about what it is in the NFL. The time wise, the length that you play. Do you see some? Well, yeah, Derrick Henry played a long time. Running backs are not for long. I mean, it's a tough. It is a tough. It's a tough place to have heavy investment in.
Yep.
Just for the fact of because when the quarterback goes back to throw the ball, in general, there's 4 guys rushing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes another and a bonus one or here or there. So there is. So they're trying to get him. When the running back gets the ball, all 11 are trying to knock you out. So think about that. All 11 are trying to knock you out. And so when you're in battle O-line, I always talk about O-line, D-line, they're in contact every play. But when you hand the ball to the running back, I tell you, I mean, it has to be a lot. And so when you think about running back, the position, what I think about the most is the ability and the power move of the big back is unbelievable, and Derrick Henry is special. But the ability to make you miss, the ability to get yards that the offensive coordinator was unable to do. All he was he put you one-on-one in the B gap with the safety, and you made him miss. And you can also do it where Genty does it with strength and power through that situation. But the ability to make you miss. Think of how many plays. And arguably, who would you say is the best running back potentially? Would it be Barry Sanders? I mean, he's
very much.
I mean, very much so.
It could be.
And how if you went back and broke down his film and kind of said what did the offensive coordinator set up and then what did he do on his own? It's ridiculous the number of misses and people that he made miss. And Barkley can still do that too. He can make you miss. So the ability and space to play. So when the coordinator can just go, that was good. Yeah, look at my playbook. And it's like, well, what happened there was it should have went for 3 yards and he made 2 guys miss. And then all of a sudden it went for 22 and now we're the number 1 offense in the country. And so that ability stands out to me a lot.
There's some names that CBS Sports listed in terms of this upcoming draft potential next to Ashton Genty's of high draft picks. Again, I don't think any of these really are going to be top 10 picks. The elite tier, there's only 2 running backs. Jeremiah Love, Notre Dame, and Nicholas Singleton of Penn State. See either of those guys anywhere near Genty's level next year.
I don't see it.
Good running backs, but Genty was just a different type of player this year.
Yeah,
I don't see either of those guys being a top 10 pick.
Those are the 2 best running backs?
Yeah, then they say Mekhi Hughes at Oregon, C.J. Baxter at Texas, and then 2 other ones, Justice Haynes, Michigan, and Jaden Ott, Oklahoma. It's all the list as possible guys that could potentially be high draft picks.
Well, here in late April, no.
Yeah, understand. It's late.
It seems a little late. It seems a little light, though.
Yeah, it seems light to me.
Those names don't stand out.
There's not a bunch of names that just jump out because I don't think Singleton from Penn State, right?
Yes.
I don't see him as Barkley at Penn State.
No, he's not that explosive.
Yeah, they put two elite running backs, Jeremiah Love and Nicholas Singleton. That's their elite running backs this year.
There's no Adrian Peterson in that.
No, there sure
there's
is
not.
No.
You knew that was you knew going into his senior year, or did he come out? He probably came out going into his junior year. Yeah, there's no super freak in that.
No. But did we know that Genty was that good before this past year?
I think we did. Yeah.
Nobody's pretty good. If you stop and think about like, well, what could Genty have done? You know, what would he go to a team? I think if he's at Texas, I think they're national champions.
Ooh,
because Texas had so many injuries at running back.
Yeah,
if he's
start throwing to the running backs.
If he's their starting running back, and remember Ohio State, they're about ready to take the lead. Sack, fumble, Sawyer, game over.
Yeah, they didn't have
it wasn't like the game was out of hand by any stretch, and they had but just think if he was on that team,
they'd probably win a national title. You're right. They didn't have a traditional big, strong, reliable running back.
They had multiple injuries. They had multiple injuries,
and they were throwing to them. Yeah. I mean, they were very good receiving running backs.
Yeah. There's so many variables to the running back position. I've always said the ability to make you miss, the ability does he run angry. You need an angry running back. When he gets the ball, he has to run angry. Genty ran angry.
It's fun to watch.
He ran angry, and then the ability that the part that is uncoachable is his vision. It's just a natural vision. And there's some running backs you go like, that guy never misses a cut. And then sometimes it's like he just ran right up the back of his O lineman. What was that? And then the other ones are just so natural with what they're doing. So there's so many skill sets that go with being an elite running back. Sometimes you have like I said, that's why you see the running backs go in the 5th round. What was it? Had incredible vision. Okay, that's not enough. It's not enough. It doesn't make you miss. It doesn't have this. Then the 4th thing that comes up, are you an every down back? Which means, can you protect? And now if you don't get a play if you can't protect.
Nope.
In pass in the throw game.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of running back, still no update on Charmar Brown as of yesterday.
Nothing new.
Crickets.
He's just probably, he's leveraging, getting all the money he can. So I don't know when that announcement will come.
Okay.
I really don't. It'd be nice if Nebraska got him.
Yeah,
I don't anticipate that though.
It'd be nice. When we come back, the mailbag and song of the day on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Billy Currington is back on tour. Friday, June 13th, Pinewood Bowl Theater at Lincoln's Pioneer Park. Live in concert. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Authentic Mexican food is not always easy to find, but you can find it in Lincoln at Tacos Los Hermanos. Their birria tacos are worth the drive from anywhere in town, but their chicken, chorizo, al pastor, and asada tacos are also worth the trip. You can also try any of those meats in a burrito or quesadilla. You won't find a better toppings bar in the area or better dessert options. If you can't get there, don't worry, they do deliver as well. Stop by Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock Streets in Lincoln.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family-owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today. Delicious, decadent, scrumptious, delightful. What other words can I use to describe something so tasty? How about heavenly? Chef Bob Haney created heavenly waffles to be incredibly fluffy, packed with protein, and loaded with a plethora of angelic toppings to elevate your experience beyond the typical waffle and syrup. Don't just take our word for it. You can experience heavenly waffles for yourself this Wednesday, April 30th from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. only at the 93.7 The Ticket Studios located at 1040 O Street in Lincoln.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Noticing more dust at home? It may be time for duct cleaning from Bryant. Breathe easy and healthy. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. We'll see a high around 65. Tonight, a slight chance of showers and storms, otherwise mainly cloudy, a low near 51. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy, the high around 70. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Amon Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a 4-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats, including Amon Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Email Jake at theticketfm.com for more questions or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Early bird registration goes through April 20th, and overall registration goes through May 30th.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
but you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day from 1988, I Hate Myself for Loving You by Joan Jett. 464-568-51 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Go ahead, Bill.
Nope.
I think you're
Yeah. You've been kind of passing it off to me every time. I've been up for like 9 straight days now.
I'm sorry. I know. I always forget.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I forget. Come on. That's one of the best songs ever.
1988, Ellie. I was wrapping up my graduation at Wesleyan.
I was not. Unfortunately, I had to go a little longer than you, apparently. I graduated in 89. It's just an incredible song. You hear it every time. I'm like, this is beautiful. The concept is good. I hate myself for loving you.
I wrote it down.
Yeah.
We've probably all had one of the relationships at some point in time.
Most of them for me. There's a song. We'll get back to it after Bill. I'd give it a high score, 9.457.
It's 100% walk up, and it is a top tier walk up. Sometimes go, that's a walk up. This is top tier walk up. Now it's Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Is that right? I believe that was. I think they had
That's right.
The band was with them.
Yeah, Joan Jett and the Black. Is it Blackhearts?
I thought it was Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
I think
Bad reputation. No, hang on.
That's a song.
It's
Bad
a song.
reputation.
I don't see anything
I'll
with
get
the
it.
and.
I swore that Joan.
I
Jett
think you're right.
And had a name. Maybe it wasn't the Blackhearts. I don't know.
She was in the Runaways before she was a solo. Oh, it is okay. All right.
Yeah.
Joan Jett. I do see Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. So
Right,
yes,
there you
I
Thank you. I feel better. I was confused.
Yes.
No, you
on
haven't
that.
lost
You're
your
right.
mind.
No, what a great song, Jake. I'm gonna go with easily to 964 for me. 964. I'd turn it up every time. It would always play, and I don't hear it enough that it annoys me. It's not a song. It's like I like it, but I just hear it too much.
I do have to give Sip some kudos. He brought this up yesterday when he walked into the station. You brought up Joan Jett. I said, I haven't heard Joan Jett forever. That's a good idea. Let's play some Joan Jett today.
Yeah,
But thank you for the recommendation.
Oh, thank you. Ellie is going to be a 87 Dad 91. 9288. Yep.
Pretty close.
9-2
for Ellie. High scores there.
It's a great song. Jake, thank you.
Text line before we get to the mailbag here. Triple H's dad 5. John says home run 10. Bill and Bennett 9.25. Jake and Hickman 6.1. Sandmaster and KC 7.1. Who Club Bird 1.
A 1 for Joan Jett.
One.
Bird, stop it, Bird. You're better than this.
Come
Why
on,
did
Bird.
you give it a 1?
That's horrible.
Is it too Is it too like bubblegum poppy for him?
I don't know. It's gold, is what it is.
Sean in Omaha 5.7. Ryan in California 9.2. East Lincoln West 6. Not terrible, he says. Lyle in Omaha 9.2. Vernon Dakin 8.2. Pops in Minnesota 7. Jake in Utica 8 out of 10. Jennifer 8.5. Hubby 7.8.
Very happy family. There you go.
Someone says 9. That's my feels of Nebraska football. I hate myself for loving you.
Okay.
Okay. It's rough. Gavin and Pender 8. Jane says you kicked out of the coverage there at 9.9.
Thank you.
Kiffin in Columbus 8.2. Kyle and Hooper, who was at the bar in Scribner before you, 8.7. Jared and Ord 6.8. Yes, and Travis and Ankeny 7. That's Jake's theme song for the Dolphins. Okay, so Huskers and Dolphins tie-ins there apparently.
Rick Heyman. What do you think he gave it? High or low?
Oh, he'll give it a low score.
Really? You're right.
Yeah.
3.65.
Yeah.
Rick.
Does he give a reason why?
Well, he said, I mean, he would have given her a lower score if not for the fact that she's kind of nasty cute, he said.
Probably could have stayed off of that one.
Nasty cute.
It's okay.
I don't know.
Nasty cute there. That's song of the day. I hate myself for loving you from 1988 by Joan Jett. It's now time for the bag. Mailbag. Here we go.
The bag.
The bag is sponsored by our friends at Applied Connective Technologies. The 3 words, Bill, you don't want to hear in IT are what?
I've been hacked.
You won't be hacked if you contact our friends at Applied Connective Technologies. They're in all 93 counties of Nebraska, 99% retention rate. They manage all things IT, one-stop shop. Free consultation at appliedconnective.com.
Okay. None of the scams happen. None of those things happen with none of those scams happen, especially with the draft. Nothing one of those things would happen. There wouldn't have been people getting punked and stuff if they would have had Will in charge.
Hey, along those lines, really quick, I think I got a potential. Somebody tried to scam me. You tell me. It's a number that said toll violation.
Yep, don't fall for it. Scam.
Yeah,
I got it too.
Yeah, we all got it. Everyone's
do not fall for that.
Do not go for that one.
Pay now to avoid irreversible consequences.
Irreversible consequences.
They want like $6 too.
That's what gets you right there. They're probably like, hey, if I send out 1,000, I get 2. I get 2 to fall for.
Yeah, you're good. Don't do that one.
With the scam thing, real quick with the NFL, there's one offensive guard said that he got 5 times. Really? Yeah, just like on Friday, 5 times. And then Tyler Warren got it too. So I bet if you research everybody, so it's like
same one.
No, not that scam. The scam of the fake phone call.
Oh, that was happening to others.
There's an offensive guard that had it happen to him 5 times.
Oh, come on,
5 times. Yeah, they usually goes not happen to me 5 times. Tyler Warren got it too. The same guys got him. I would bet if you went back over history, so there's going to be hundreds of these that happened.
I think you're probably right.
Off the bat, we have a good sports question for the mailbag from Jeremy.
Sports?
Yeah. Jeremy says, you guys were talking about Ashton Genty last segment. If you last year could have chosen Genty or Cam Scadaboo for your running back for your team, who would you have chosen? Sip, who would you start with?
Genty. But, I mean, that's it's easy to say that because Genty was just picked in the first round and Scadaboo went in the 4th.
Scadaboo was throwing passes in the game against Texas.
Yeah. Scadaboo went in the 4th. To the Giants, right? 4th? Does that
3rd or 4th round?
Yeah, 4th, I'm pretty sure. I'd take Genty. I've seen them both a lot. I like
Scadaboo.
Scadaboo's really good. I was skeptical of Scadaboo until I saw him in the postseason. I was like, okay, he's really good.
I was talking to a coach at a different school, and I said, do you know about Scadaboo? And he goes, yeah, we turned him down twice. We turned him down twice to come to our school, and then he does that. Yeah. I would say the same thing with Genty. Because it's just so easy to say it, and he rushed for 2,600 yards. But if you don't love Scadaboo, then you just really don't. You're not a fan of college football. Yeah. I mean, the guy was remarkable, and everything about him was durable. He said he's throwing the ball, he's catching passes, he's running the football. I'll be surprised if he doesn't have a very solid career. But again, you don't know in the NFL because you better have an offensive line. You better have all these. You don't get 11 first-round picks on offense. You don't get 11 on defense. That's not how it works.
I'll take Scadaboo. They were picked dead last. They won the conference, and he was probably the biggest reason.
He's a difference maker at running back, which is interesting. And, okay, who would you take, Scadaboo or Amir?
Scadaboo.
Really?
But I love Amir Abdullah.
I think Amir was drafted higher.
He was drafted in the 2nd round.
Yeah. Right. But that doesn't necessarily – I mean, I don't know what the crop was like, but that's a tough one.
The big thing is that Scadaboo was incredible. And I hope he has a really good career. The odds are that it'll be good. From what you know about him,
difference maker.
But you don't know for sure about the situation you go into.
John on the mailbag says, good morning. After Jake's unfortunate choice of Hey, We're the Monkeys yesterday for Song of the Day, he says unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
I was wondering if you had any ideas to get that earworm out of my memory. Thanks, John in Southeast Lincoln.
I don't know. I always recommend Bon Jovi, Bad Medicine. That's an earworm that's pretty good. I like that song. It reminds me a little bit of the songs you just played. Your love is like bad medicine. Bad medicine is what I need. I always get a chuckle out of that.
Yeah, you're going through. You never know which one's going to catch. Just go through random good songs that you enjoy.
Bon Jovi, Bad Medicine. Listen to it. Solid. It'll get in your head. It'll get in your head.
Okay, Michael from Hawaii says, aloha, we have about a week and a half left on the island, and the movers who practiced this week were by far the best we've ever had in 6 moves in the past decade. Quick, efficient, and impressive. When was the last time you were truly wowed by someone's work or service?
Ooh, a lot. Oh, God. It happens a lot for me. God, don't do this. Last time I was truly wowed.
I help you out. I'll go with the Halo Lights guys. Kylan, and the crew, Riley and Kylan, Halo Lights.
Yeah. Good.
The job they did, the efficiency, the way the job was done, how it is afterwards. I'm just impressed by.
And
Halo
also, you
Custom Lights.
you really didn't want them to leave.
I did.
You really didn't want them to leave. They were that efficient. Mine would be just someone that had helped us out. Obviously, he had extremely killing it in another profession. So it's a second profession, and it's Zach, and he helped me build shelves that Jake knows about that are above the.
I did see those
He
shelves.
put 3 giant shelves in above the garage door, and then tied them into the studs up above, and it was just he backed his truck in to use it as a work to stand in his truck while he was building this stuff, and it was just remarkable to have. I think any sort of skill set that someone can do handyman work. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. That skill set blows me away.
Just circle back to that. There's so many right now that I'm thinking of that I was blown away by in the last year or so. There's still a lot of good work out there. That people do a lot of good work. They do. I can't think of
you have a lot of candidates. You're saying.
Yeah. Circle back later.
Okay. This is from Corey in Hull, Iowa. By the way, you ever had a warhead before the sour candy?
I'm sorry.
You ever had a warhead sour candy?
I've heard of what they are. I've never had one.
I've been. Hull, Iowa is about my old stomping grounds.
Yeah,
they've got a
Jake sounds sick. Jake sounds super sick.
Candy factory there. Yeah. That's where warheads are made. Is Hull, Iowa.
Okay.
Says long time listener, first time texter Corey. I'm in a Husker fan surrounded by Hawkeye fans, and you guys keep me sane every day. So thank you. Question for Bill: I'm headed to Baton Rouge on Saturday for bowling nationals with my wife and 3-month-old daughter. We have one free day. I was wondering if you have any recommendations on something to do for the day. We are staying down by the Raising Cane Center. Thank you. Love the show. GBR.
Yeah, the Raising Cane Center is an awesome area. You want to go, first of all, the number one thing is go see Mike. Go see Mike right away. He'll be on the east side of the stadium. That's Mike the Tiger.
Mike the Tiger.
Go see Mike the Tiger. And it's that's a must-see situation for you to go to. The other thing is like that locally, within a 40-minute drive, there's several of them you can look up, and there's swamp tours. And those are really cool to go on. And you get to see gators and all the different things, but the swamp tours and the cypress trees, it's really cool to see. And then it said the thing to check also is, if you're not a big baseball fan, but just to see if there's a chance to see an LSU baseball game, it's ridiculous to be able to go to that. And then there's a place down there, and there's about 4 or 5 of them now, but there's a place right by the stadium called Walk-Ons. And he said, and it's just a cool sports bar, and sit out back in the back side of it, and you'll absolutely love that.
Okay, that's your trip, your free day in Baton Rouge right there. That is the Mailbag, sponsored by our friends at Applied Connective Technology. Check out their free consultation at appliedconnective.com. Thank you for all the entries there today. When we come back, hour 2, is there a chance that Nebraska's receiving core this year is better than last year's receiving core? We'll discuss that next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next opportunity? Nebco is hiring. They're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. They offer competitive wages, great benefits, service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Apply today at nebco.com. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for the Nebco shop. Learn more at nebco.com. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at nebco.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Delicious, decadent, scrumptious, delightful. What other words can I use to describe something so tasty? How about heavenly? Chef Bob Haney created heavenly waffles to be incredibly fluffy, packed with protein, and loaded with a plethora of angelic toppings to elevate your experience beyond the typical waffle and syrup. Don't just take our word for it. You can experience heavenly waffles for yourself this Wednesday, April 30th from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. only at the 93.7 The Ticket Studios located at 1040 O Street in Lincoln.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Amon Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a four-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats, including Amon Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Email Jake at theticketfm.com for more questions or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Early bird registration goes through April 20th, and overall registration goes through May 30th.
LES wants your feedback. Help shape your electric utility's direction and priorities by taking an anonymous online survey. Make your voice heard before the survey closes on April 30th at les.com/survey.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK. Make flying easy.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at cobblecars.com. Stock numbers G121492, G187747, and G196599.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. Also at 70th and Pioneers. And Shin Daddy, I believe, is off today and back tomorrow. Is that right?
What does 70th and Pioneer remind you of, Jake?
Stone. I like Stone. A lot of Stone, Sip.
Yes, Shin Daddy is
Sip drove by and
off
said, there's no stone here.
There's
There is
stone.
stone on the building. It's a wonderful building.
You sound like Trump.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful building. Hey, but Shindy is off.
Yes, he's also had a very busy week. He went fishing Monday afternoon.
Okay.
Tuesday night is Card League, where he plays Pinnacle.
Is that true?
That's true. He's played Pinnacle every Tuesday night for 35 years.
You're kidding me.
True story. And then tonight's Golf League.
Nice.
Tonight's Golf League.
All right, Shindy, get
so,
down.
so he's got a lot going on during his mini vacation.
There's a Pinnacle on Tuesdays?
Pinnacle League on Tuesday. Farley brought a dog in. There's a live dog in the studio.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
There's a
Farley's
dog
got
here.
a dog in.
Look at his dog here. Is here.
Look at
Very
the dog.
God, look at that.
Yeah.
Look how proud Farley is. He's happy.
He's got his dog with him. That's beautiful.
It is
You know,
beautiful.
Farley comes in here.
Bring your dog to work day.
Yes.
That's what we need.
But apparently so. Yeah, bring Bullet, bring sugar in.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh, it would be great.
So thanks to Midwest Bank for sponsoring Hour 2. Yeah, Farley comes in here as usual and just
As a
opens the
tornado.
door and just blasts, just talks, just yells at us. He said, my birthday was Monday, and Bill, you guys provided a cake. Thank you for that, by
Bill
the way.
did.
Well,
You guys, Bill.
you confirmed. You helped.
Laura's a big
You
part
talked
anyway.
about it. He yells at me because he says, your cake was everywhere. I said, why is that my fault? What did I do? I wasn't here the whole day. I said, I left the cake for people to enjoy throughout the day. He said, well, there's remnants of it. I said, why is that my fault?
He
You
just
think
left-
I'm
he just
flinging
left-
cake around here?
He was not flinging cake, and also Farley asked, should Jake get a pass on his birthday? And I said, absolutely. But everything was tidy when we left. It was up to speed. And
Yeah.
sometimes cake happens. Sometimes cake happens. Just so
Farley
you know.
comes in like a tornado.
Yeah, he does. Great looking dog.
Like he did to the backfields of Big 8 foes. Or were they in the Big 12 by then?
Foes. He was Big 8.
Usually Monday mornings, against Wednesday, usually Monday mornings, we're doing the show. And by end of segment 1, Farley is at the front door, at the door here, entering the code and just not, hey, what's going on, guys? How are you? He's just telling you what's going on. He's telling you how the weekend was, telling you why we're wrong on certain things.
A lot of input. A lot of
From
input.
Farley. But we still love the guy.
Oh God. I mean, he's a bona fide legend walking around. I mean, of all the guys that are walking around, he's one of the best of all the ex-players that walk around. Lincoln, he's up there in terms of great ones. God, he was a player, Farley. I still look at him like that.
He can play still.
Oh,
still play. He's still in playing shape. He'll tell you he can still play right now.
I believe it.
Some capacity. So 402-464-5685. Call or text as always. We've seen these rankings again, way too early rankings of Nebraska. I saw USA Today also had Nebraska 22nd. So on
God,
3,
really?
Andy Staples had Nebraska 22nd. So did USA Today.
Okay.
And I'm seeing a reason by some of these people is that they really believe in the receivers core for Nebraska. You know, Dane Key, of course, is new. You lose Jamal Banks, you lose Isaiah Nayor.
Your top two
from last year.
Yeah, your top two.
You bring in Dane Key, you still have Ja'Cory Barney. You've got Cortez Mills, young freshman receiver with expectations. I would ask you, when you look at last year's receivers core to what is right now in the roster right now and the spring entering the fall, is it significantly better? Is it similar? Is it worse? How would you assess that group for Dylan Raiola to throw to this fall?
They also lost Lloyd, by the way. So Banks had 44 catches. Nayor had 34. Barney had 55. Barney says he's going to be more of a downfield threat this year. He averaged 8.1 yards per catch. Jalen Lloyd had 13 catches. That's pretty much it. Those are the guys you lose. It's hard to say, but you do have some legitimate production in Key, who had, 3 straight years at Kentucky where he got better each year. Did you mention Isaiah?
I did not say an Isaiah Hunter, the Cal transfer.
Right.
Also,
he'll be I gotta think Hunter will be in the road, like maybe second in the rotation, or if you're naming a top 4, Hunter's in it, Barney's in it, and I think Cortez Mills will be in it. If you just wanted to name the top 4, I think they'll be better. They should be better than, because I would say that Nayor was a mild disappointment. Is that too strong?
No, I don't think so.
And Banks was good, but not great. I mean, Banks is good, not great. A lot of this is those guys didn't beat man coverage very well. So now, do they have guys that can do that? I think so. It's not like I've seen a lot of Key. I know the stats. No. Hunter's got a lot of potential. They should be better.
I guess the question is Dane Key obviously better than the two guys he lost of the Banks or Nayor? Is he going to be a sort of bona fide number one better than those guys?
I don't want to just put a rubber stamp on it. I think he should be.
Wide receiver 1.
WR1.
Yeah.
WR2. Can't you do that?
C1. I think we we invented this, I think.
No.
C1's been done.
Oh, C1. No, I've never heard it.
Yeah.
The old line's never been done like that before.
LG1. LG1 doesn't sound bad.
That doesn't.
That doesn't sound bad.
Doesn't sound bad. RG1? No.
No, that sounds good.
Yeah.
We have
C3PO.
We have some listener response. There's assessment of what they think this room looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Genghis Corn
from
YouTube says he thinks this group is way more physical. He liked Jamal Banks. He thinks this is a more physical group than last year's group.
Mm-hmm. Banks was pretty physical, or I would say not physical. All right, what else you got?
Black Shirts Media on YouTube says Dane Key and Isaiah Hunter are the premium versions of Jamal Banks and Isaiah Nayor. That's a lot to say.
I would like to think so. And I'd like to think Barney will take a step forward. I mean, he had a good freshman year. But I think he'll be better.
And don't forget, Troy says the biggest upgrade is a full season of Dana Holgorsen calling plays, not just a couple games.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a big difference here.
It should.
For Nebraska.
Yeah. It should. They should be better at receiver. That was the idea.
Yes.
Right. They went out and got guys that Dylan wanted. Dylan was the first human being to call an Isaiah Hunter when Hunter went in the transfer portal. Obviously, they targeted him right off the bat, and Isaiah Hunter. Key's proven he's a big receiver. He's a big body receiver. I got to think they'll be better. But it's not, I mean, I don't like to say it this way, but it's not saying that much. They didn't.
Banks was pretty good last year.
He was all right.
People are asking how much do you think that having Holgorsen for an entire offseason will make a difference for the team in general, not just the receiving core. I mean,
the play calling is going to be better.
Different? What looks different from last offseason to this offseason?
Play calling will be better. It's not. That's no slide on Satterfield. If you just stack up their resumes, Holgorsen's resume is a lot better than Satterfield's. He's much more proven as a play caller. It's not. I'm not dissing Satterfield. It's just a fact. Holgorsen's a well-known good play caller. The play calling should be much better. Much better. Of course, that'll help. On the same page with Dylan. All of that all of that would lead to better receiving. I think they better be a good receiving core because I think that's going to be their strength. They're going to. I would guess that's going to be their strength.
If this team is going to be a top 25 team, and we are questioning the running back room again, Emmett Johnson, you like, but Charmar Brown is not a Husker yet, and he might not be a Husker.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
And Quentin Ives doesn't have that many carries, and nobody else does either. I mean, you need the receiving core to be reliable.
I think so.
Team.
I think so. I think that's going to be their strength, the offensive strength. So the answer is probably they better be better. So we'll see.
People are very confident. You've talked to Da'Keil Shorts, the receivers coach?
A couple times.
What was your
Well, he knows what he's doing. He's got a good track record. He coached Tank Bell and Matthew Golden at Houston. Tank Dell, not Bell. I think he's okay. He's a young guy, and I'm not doing that thing where I just sign off on guys. Let's see how he is. I'm not going to say upgrade till they win a game or two. I want to see a season. I said when Rule hired all these guys, I'm not going to assess it till give me 2 years. Give me 2 years. Then 2 years happened, and there were some obvious ones that were good. Then there were some obvious ones that they had to move on from, and they did. But I don't know. I'm not going to just say that Da'Keil Shorts is.
Yeah, it's amazing that when you move on from somebody like Garrett McGuire, people are, again, they take shots on the way out at Garrett McGuire. So a young coach that I'm not going to try to take shots at him, but when he leaves and people like Da'Keil Shorts better, it's amazing how the commentary is about last year's coaching staff compared to what could be this year.
Well, some of them just didn't work out very well. That's not unfair to say, right? What happened when Holgorsen came in? What did he say immediately? What did he say at the podium immediately?
Playbook's too big?
No.
What
he said these guys don't block.
Okay.
That's what he said. He just came in and said it to the public. Okay, that's a clear indictment on the receivers coach, right? Yeah. It's not Sipple making something up. He came up to a podium in front of everybody in the world that wanted to listen and said, I tell these guys, I don't know what you're doing out there, but you're not blocking. Come on. I mean, that special teams coach, the numbers are the numbers. I mean, it's not really even my opinion at that point. It's just, you had to move on. But I wouldn't have guessed that when I don't know if I would have guessed it. I didn't know it when they hired him, how it would work out with McGuire, but it didn't really work out. It just didn't work out. Now he's somewhere else. That's how it works, right?
Yep.
Isn't that how it works?
That's simple.
It kind of is. So, but Da'Keil Shorts, I'm not going to just say he's an automatic upgrade because we don't know. You got to see it. You got to see it. Right?
You do.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're out of time.
The voice is something.
You like that?
I was thinking about
this. Is hard for.
Just hard. I can't. So I've not seen him. You've at least seen him. So that's why I'm not commenting because I've not even watched this receiver even in like the 20, but in like the 20 minutes. You have seen him
a little bit.
So I have no idea what they even look like, and nor have I spent a lot of time watching Kentucky film.
Me neither.
And so I can't have that conversation. So I don't.
Right.
I'll see it more. But when we were talking about the top 25, I thought this was interesting. We talked about, no, you don't rank them by schedule. You rank them by how they are as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Part of that's true. And really a lot of it's not though. Because what are they going to do? Yesterday, our guy that did our, who was our top 25 guy?
Andy Staples.
Staples, yeah.
So what are you going to do when the season's over? You're going to take his preseason 25.
Yeah.
You're going to take his other 25 and see how it matches up. If it's not even close. So guess what? Schedules matter.
I know they
Schedules
matter.
It matters when because that's what gets compared. Where were they when it starts, and what was your top 25 look like? It's just like your mock draft.
Mm-hmm.
They take a mock draft,
Mm-hmm.
and they say who actually got drafted, and you see where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
And so as far as the end game, your schedule does really matter.
Of course,
of where you end up being ranked, even though you can be a 7-5 team playing a schedule like Florida has, and somebody can be a 10-2 team. And you're like, I think Florida's better.
Florida's better team.
But they won't.
That's the quandary.
But they'll never be ranked higher. A 7-5 team would never be ranked higher than a 10-2 team.
That's the quandary you have,
except for at least in the Power Four.
Yeah, that's the quandary you have when you're when you're putting out preseason rankings? Do you just assess the teams, not even look at the schedule?
I think they assess the teams much more, but you will be compared. They'll come back and say, look at your top.
Oh, I know it sucks. I've done it where you look at a team and you say, oh, this team's really good. Then you look at their schedule and say, ooh, can I rank them fourth with that schedule?
Will they end up fourth in the end?
Then
you want to start with just how do you think they are? Are they the fourth best team in your mind?
That's how I do
in the schedule. And that's what just makes it so bizarre. And that's why like that's where the NFL is different. I mean, you're going to play some teams twice, and then you're going to have a spin and see what happens. And everyone's on the same budget, same situation. And so it makes it a little bit fair. I think it is hard to assess conference by conference. Really hard to do that.
Now it is
really hard.
Before we get to break, a couple of events coming up that you might want to put on your calendar if you like to partake in drinking. Booze.
Okay.
What do you got going, Jay?
What are these?
This Saturday in Beatrice, they have the Main Street Beatrice beer, wine, and spirits celebration from 3 to 8 p.m.
Jay, can you choose
I've
Hawaii?
been there before.
Jake chooses vacation over this.
It's usually in June. They moved it up this year to May 3rd.
Huh.
So if you want to enjoy
Kentucky Derby theme.
Yes.
Okay, is there a theme for this? Is it a Derby theme?
Well, I'm sure there'll be some spirits there, but usually beer and wine from the area, so you can stop by there. If you want more of that next weekend, Friday, Saturday at Mahoney State Park, you've got SIP Nebraska. A lot of even more vendors from across the state. There's people from McCook, from Scotts Bluff that show up for this.
Garing, anybody from Garing?
Might be a brewer from Garing, possibly.
Shadron,
way out there.
Yeah, way out there.
BlurEvents.com, you can check that out, or SIPNebraska.com.
Holdridge.
It's a great Lost Way Brewery will be out there.
Yes,
I'm sure
they'll be there
in at Mahoney State Park. But get your tickets today.
Wausau
at BlurEvents.com or SIPNebraska.com. It's a wonderful event. That's next Saturday though, the 9th and 10th, Friday, Saturday. This Saturday though, MainStreetBeatrice.org.
I may be down there sitting at the gas station in my lawn chair, right by the air hose.
At the Cenex.
The Cenex.
Beatrice.
Yeah.
That's what it is, the Cenex?
Cenex.
It's the Cenex.
You can blow a tire right off the rim. God, better times.
I would enjoy it.
Speaking of better times, what's next?
Bill's Thrills is next.
The Thrills!
On early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Billy Currington is back on tour. Friday, June 13th, Pinewood Bowls Theater at Lincoln's Pioneer Park. Live in concert. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best they can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. Tailored Landscapes is on the brink of spring cleanups for all their existing customers, and they have limited spots available. They trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give Tailored Landscapes a call at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of their designers and stop by the Tailored Life store in Bennett.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. We'll see a high around 65. Tonight, a slight chance of showers and storms, otherwise mainly cloudy, a low near 51. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy, the high around 70. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere air seeder during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order Program. Take your seeding performance to the next level with John Deere's advanced air seeding technology. Achieve precise seed and fertilizer placement, optimize emergence, and cover more acres with less downtime. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order Program. Contact your Landmark Implement for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break
Simple, you are an idiot.
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We will get to the thrills in a second. Before that, are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. They offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. 4.5-day work week, attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Go to gocurrency.com/careers to learn more today.
Quick thing on this. Do you guys remember the movie Field of Dreams?
Of course.
Yes. Do you remember?
We do.
Is this heaven? No. It's Iowa. It's the same thing. Is this heaven? No, it's fintech. It's the same thing. It's a little slice of financial heaven. You get a chance to be a part of it. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Fintech, Field of Dreams.
God.
To have a chance to be part of this. I mean, it's not Iowa, Jake. It's fintech. And that gives you a chance like that to be part of something in 4.5 days.
That should be on a T-shirt right there.
That should be a T-shirt.
It's heaven.
It's heaven.
They wear suits.
They wear suits and
Suits
ties.
and ties.
And guess what? When's the last time it's like, okay, we're going to dress really sharp and appropriate? That's stupid. Never. No. It's right away. What's the first thing you say is, well done.
Nice.
Well done.
Nice.
Right away. When I was at, it was a big Lou Holtz thing, but Wisconsin, you wore a shirt and tie every day to work. As a GA, I had a shirt and tie every day. Yeah. So Barry took it to Wisconsin.
Okay.
So everyone had, and this is during the season. You wore a shirt and tie.
I know, it's amazing.
So you're in the office. We go to a staff meeting. Everyone's in a shirt and tie. So if someone walked through the office, the entire staff, everyone in there, there'd be whatever 30 of us, all in shirts and ties.
That was a Barry.
And at first, I'm kind of like, and I'm like, you know what? I'm fine with it. Yeah, I love it. Well, how about looking really professional?
Yeah.
Yeah, not dumb. Yeah, that's what
When
fintech does.
When you go to heaven, you want to see people in suits, I think.
I think you do.
Right? You're happy to
can't
make
push
it
back on that.
Yeah. I want to see a lot of people in nice suits.
Tell you what, the best commentary that's happened so far today, and maybe on the show since I've been on ever, is your knowledge when you talked about the walk-on program, about the advantage of the walk-on program. And then, is it? Because for the last 10 years, it's been no advantage. It's been one of the worst. It hasn't been. That's why it's brilliant. It really is. Sometimes you go, okay, it's a huge advantage. What do I call them? Erasers, right?
Yeah.
Because they make up for recruiting errors. They make up for this. They can you get a practice different. You have LRPs out of it. You have all these different things. Then it's like, it was hugely successful, and it has not led to any wins in the last 8 to 10 years.
Do you understand the awkward juxtaposition, though? When you do this, you make this argument that it gives you such a it gives Nebraska such a competitive advantage. Well, you can use Nebraska as the example where it doesn't.
Yeah,
so
it's great.
No, it was just it was
it's awkward.
It was great knowledge though of like you just asked the question of okay,
it hasn't been an advantage.
It has been a huge advantage.
Could be. It
was and could be.
Could be. Should be.
And so then the question is, was it mismanaged?
Yeah.
Was it not used correctly? Was there something there? It was, if you look back, that would be the one thing you'd look at internally and say, okay, why was it not? Because it should be an advantage. It should be Wynn's advantage. It really should be.
You think? Now, here's the thing about football, though. It's never one thing. It seems like
no.
It's always when you're asking why a team is really good. It's never one thing. There's a bunch of different reasons why it's good. When a team goes bad, it's usually not just it's just this.
Yep.
No, it's usually 7 or 8
what happened?
things.
How they had a tip pass? Ruin this? No,
they got bad running backs.
Yeah,
I mean, no, you can work around that.
Yeah, there's different things you can work.
Yeah,
generally there's one thing that does kind of end it generally, and that's line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
in the end, it's like
you're kind of screwed, right?
If you don't have the line of scrimmage, after a while, I watched there were some clips they showed of the BYU Colorado game. BYU ran by the Colorado offensive line. Sometimes it was like they were unabated.
God, in the bowl game.
In the bowl game,
and
the final score was what, like 30-something to 3 or whatever it was. But
did they shut him out?
But I don't know. But it was like, oh wow. So if you don't, after a while, you said, okay, we have no O-line. What are we going to do? Well, you can go fast, get some tempo, and maybe they just screw it up on defense. But after a while, then on D-line, hey, listen, we can stunt. We can put more guys up there. Eventually, it just costs you. Yeah. So the line, that's the one place you can say this is probably the one thing.
That was a 36-14 win for BYU in the Alamo Bowl.
And it was never a game. No, it was over.
It was 27-0 at one point.
Yeah, it was over very quickly. And line of scrimmage is why it was over.
Yeah,
very quickly.
Yeah.
It is time, without further ado, for Bill's Thrills on a Wednesday. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
This
is it going to be bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
Bill's Thrill, sponsored by our friends at Trados, the grain marketing crop insurance experts. Go to their website at gotrados.com. GOTREDAS.com. Wild Card Wednesday, Bill. Where are we going today?
Real quick on Trados.
Go
This
ahead.
is their go time.
Is it?
Because right away you think, when's their go time? Harvest, right?
Yeah. that's
People
what-
don't sell it. They're not just like all of a sudden corn's out, beans out, and it's sold the next day. Right now, people are sitting on a lot of grain. They're sitting on a lot of produce right now, and they got to be able to make a move, have the intelligent one, have the team, have everything with it you need to have. The DOS.
The DOS.
I imagine there's an international market too, right?
Absolutely. 100.
Okay. We'll get to that
Get to
sometime else. I want you to delve into that part, though, the international market that they deal with, okay?
No doubt. Shout out. Respect to the guard of the yard. No doubt. Shout out. Respect to the guard of the yard. It's about 1 of 12 in your neighborhood. And I want to shout out to them because they're better than me.
What?
And I just love these people because they make a commitment. And I don't want to hear, oh, that guy just has more time. They're just better than everyone else. Those who cross mow their yard. Those who mow their yard one way and then mow it the opposite way. And not the next time they mow, the same day. When you double mow your yard, you are the most incredible person. Oh, they double mow their yard.
What do you mean by that?
They mow it one direction, it's like an outfield of Fenway Park.
Absolutely.
They mow it one direction, then they remow it the other direction.
Whoa.
Same day.
So, same day. And it creates a pattern that looks incredible. And it looks so much better. And those people are better than us.
Yep.
They're better than us because I'm a one mow guy.
Most people are.
Matter of fact, you know what I did last night? That's why it's 1 out of 12, Jake. You know what I did last night? I'd eat the mower out about 8:30 because I looked in the yard. I go, missed a whole patch.
Oh.
Just missed a spot in the front yard.
Did you
Had to
really?
fire the Toro up and go out and had to fire it up about 8:30.
You missed a patch.
Missed a patch. It's about this big.
Oops.
Oops. But, so
Do you have a light on your mower?
Oops. It was coming. Oops. It was dusk. It was very dark out. But I used to ask my dad like this. My dad would cross mow sometimes. And
Did he really?
I'd ask him. I said, "Did you Rubicek it?" There's a guy, Frank Rubicek in Creighton, that always double mowed us. That's what we called it. If you Rubicek. And those who, like I said, you see about 1 of 12 in your neighborhood.
Yep.
I just want to give a shout out to those people that are better than me and probably better than all of us.
Better than us. Me for
Jake,
sure. I would
Do
never
you ever get mad at them for how much better they are than
No,
you?
I
It's like,
get
wow,
there's
thanks
times
again.
my neighbor LaRue, he does it. It's incredible looking, but now I'm the neighbor next to him. So I kind of want to give him the palms up, like, really? Because Laura looks at me now different. She looks at me different now.
Does she?
Yeah, because she's like, how about the crossmow right
Oh,
next to us?
no.
Yeah. So right
Laura,
away.
have some grace.
Yes,
now.
so I'm right up against it. So yeah, but then at the same time, that my respect for him is ridiculous. I'm just like, wow, that's incredible. And like I said, so just imagine, okay, it's going to take me an hour to mow my yard. No, it's not.
2 hours.
2 hours. And they just dig in and go. Now the cross mow is a little bit easier because you're probably not bagging the second time through if you're bagging.
That's a big deal.
Because you don't need to do that.
Correct.
Now, some people, if you adjust hey, one time I'm going to go across, I'm going to go 1 notch lower for the second. I'm sure. And I'd like to hear from cross mowers. I'd like to know what
I would
Did they adjust the setting of the mower?
I want to know, do they do that? I don't know that for sure, but they might mow at 1, then on the second mow, go down 1 notch, which is a lot. If you adjust, I know this. The other day I had to make the decision to move my mower. That's a lot. 4 tires. Get
It is
down.
a lot.
It's like, most of the time I go, nah, I'll just mow. I'm not changing the if it's too high or too low, live with it. It's fine. Let me think. The text line.
We actually have some great response today. 402-464-5685. We'll start with Mike. The reason why says it stops the thatching of the yard. It looks great. It's basic science. You have to double cut.
Basic science.
Basic science. Yeah.
Basic science.
Sanderson
Basic science.
says my neighbor double mows his yard and stripes it. Looks like a fairway.
Yeah.
Looks that good.
Oh, it does. It's unbelievable. It changed. It's different looking.
Missing Tooth Greg's yard.
Yeah.
He's a freakazoid.
Oh, we have a problem here. Kmart Steve says, I'm always very particular on having straight lines in my yard. My wife mowed last week, and my 12-year-old daughter said, Dad, why aren't the lines straight?
Well, this thing's something maybe calling for Dr. Love.
Yeah, it could be Friday.
Call
it a couple days.
It's a Friday problem, but we can get to that.
7:35.
Save it till 7:35 on Friday.
Yeah.
Jackson in Nashville says, Bill is so right. Every time I mow, I tell myself I'm going to cross mow. Then I finish the round of mowing. I'm like, nope. Cross mowers are built differently, though.
They are different. They're respected. That hashtag respect.
So you walk me through it again. You mow the lawn.
The whole lawn. Yep.
Well,
Okay,
everything.
Then what happens?
Then you remow. So
which way do you go?
But remember now, this is also different. It's not this.
Okay, that's
like
what I'm
this.
wondering.
It's this and this.
Okay.
It's 245s or
Okay.
whatever, 90s, whatever. I'm not. What number am I
Typically
looking
You
at?
still
there?
go back over it.
Angle.
Yes. You go back over it.
Oh, you do go back
Just
over
the
it, but
other
not
way.
in
So
the.
if you mow the whole lawn going this way,
Okay, this way.
then you go back and go this way.
Okay.
Across.
Wow.
And when you see it,
Wow.
and you'll know it now. This
Oh,
is like one
God.
of those things where you kind of go, I wonder if he crossed. Oh no, you know right away, and it's 1 out of 12. It's 1 out of 12.
Now, Tom is texting, but he's usually on YouTube. He says, 69-year-old Tom says, I've been cross mowing for years. Supposedly, one's grass will grow better. I mow high and do not bag it. Also for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah, there's a system. Yeah, there is a system.
that okay?
to it. Yes.
Let's see here. Drew says, if the lawn gets tall, I'll mow one direction higher than lower the second time.
Yeah, I think that happens. I think that's a thing.
Good
Interesting.
Lord.
And then
Two
us,
mows.
and then us three just go out and just do it.
Yeah.
I missed a spot. I had to go back. Had to get the Toro out last night at dusk and go back out and remow.
We had two people back to back bring up something. Said the post mow Busch Light or beer is just the top beer in the world.
Oh,
Imagine after a cross mow.
Anytime you have that. Also,
you have a beer.
If you really do it smart, I don't know what your time frame is. Say it's an hour. If you have enough sense to yourself to mow the front or whatever, and then take your beer and put it in the freezer.
Oh,
okay.
And then after the next
That's a
30
good idea.
then you come out and it says almost there'll be ice crystals somewhere to start it off. But that is
It's
also
a good night, right?
Yeah, it's a very good night.
Genghis on YouTube says, I used to cross mow, then I got sick of it and stopped doing that.
The corn just
He
got
used,
tired.
he used to be better than us.
Well, but you could go back to it eventually.
Chris P says, if you cut it twice in one day, you are really putting the grass in stress. So he's pushing back on the cross mow.
Huh.
I don't know the
I know this.
science.
I don't know the science, but I'll tell you one thing. When I see the cross mow, it looks incredible.
It looks awesome.
It looks so good. So they must be doing something right.
And then they edge it too. The whole yard just it's spectacular.
It's better.
Someone says, thanks to Bill, now half the yards of Lincoln are going to be in cross mow mode.
Oh, I'd love to see
if
it.
you have that kind of pull on this city, then kudos. Major power.
If someone changes, let us know. If all of a sudden, if someone goes to all of a sudden to be a cross mower, now that would be nice.
That would be nice to hear.
Be nice to hear someone like never heard of it or hadn't done it, and all of a sudden now that's their deal.
The trouble in some cases will be the yards just not really fit to cross mow. Like, I got a big
100%
hill.
agree.
I got a big hill. There's just I
Yeah.
just think I could even do it if I wanted to.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Brian says, I used to cross mow, but then we had kids. Now I only hope to get it done without interruption when I mow the yard.
Hey, by the way, what do you do with kids? I mean, when my dad wanted to have a really good yard, but he had 3 boys, and we were trampling it all the time. There's just nothing you can do. Do you tell your kids you can't be on the yard?
No, I think
that's
yards
impossible.
are yards. You let them go like that. So as I've talked to Andrew and myself, maintaining my deal is front yard, side yard. I have a backyard that's fenced in, and Sugar's out there.
Yeah, you can't just tell Sugar.
No,
hey,
Sugar,
stay off that part.
Stay off that right there.
Right.
Sugar runs the whole yard, and so the backyard's not going to be great. It's just got to be functional in the backyard.
Good job.
That's it.
I'm trying to envision you telling kids to not to get off the yard. Get off my lawn, essentially. So
I don't do that.
Get off my lawn.
I wouldn't be that guy because I'm not a big lawn guy. I'm not that. My dad kind of was, and our neighbors across the street were incredible. Like the guy, Dave Reiser was his name, and he would mow really slowly. I mean, really slowly because he wanted the lines to be perfectly straight. I'm not that guy. And you guys know that probably about me.
Yeah, I'm not perfectly straight at my lines.
I whip it out.
I'm kind of whipping. And then also, there's times that I just mow right down the middle of it just to change up. I don't go like this. Zing, 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 zing.
I like
I'll
to
go
watch
zing,
Bill mow.
zing. Just make a line down. That's where you get the missing patch.
I just get.
He looks at whoops.
Oops. Just kind of assess it when you're done and make sure you didn't miss anything.
I need to assess a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't do.
Did you get all the? Did you get it all?
Yes.
You have hit somebody here, Bill. MT says, I'm changing to the crossmow now, regardless of the hilly corner lot I live on.
I'd like to see this.
This is incredibly topical because all over now, I think you guys live in a part of town which is a little better than mine. And all over my part, there's lawns that are super long right now.
Oh, they're right.
Super
lawns
long.
are. Then with this, they've been growing like
right. It's incredible.
You're kind of off.
It's very topical.
Right now, you're off the once a week deal. It's got to be a once every 5 days.
Yeah, it is. It's twice in a week.
Yeah, there's no. I said it's like 1.5 a week. It's not. You're not getting the. I'll do it every Tuesday. Nope.
Wait, in July, sure. Right now,
July. No. It's on. This is the time. I got to think about this also. I was thinking about this one. I go, why would you not want to be, a yard guy? Like in Baton Rouge. In Baton Rouge, you have to mow your yard twice a week, 52 weeks a year.
Why is that?
Because you're below sea level, obviously. So there's plenty of moisture, and the weather
grows.
It grows year round. There's no dormant time. You're just off the Gulf, so there's no dormant. Think about that having to mow
year round.
I mean, right now for us, we're looking at about 6 months.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, things slow down drastically in August.
Oh, yeah.
Slow down. They get to September. It's like, all right, a couple mows left here. And then we're done. And then in spring, really, I didn't start mowing until mid-March, something like that time. So it's about a 6-month window that we have to be sharp.
Baton Rouge is all year round.
Year round. Well, just think of all the places that are. It's just,
wrap it up with this. This is Tom. Two texts. He says, number one, to me, no offense, Jake, but you don't sound good right now. Hope you make your trip.
Yeah,
Thanks, Tom.
He doesn't.
Hey,
we need to get
no offense came in it, but there's obviously offense. And then he says, somehow I picture Sipple's lawn with lots of dandelions in it.
Yeah, a little bit right now.
Couple.
They're kind of nice.
Bill, the headline again, please.
I'd be glad to, Jake. Thank you. No doubt. Shout out. Respect to the guard of the yard.
That is a wonderful edition of Bill's Thrills, sponsored by our friends at Trados, GOTREDAS.com. Let's play the game. So give us a call right now at 464.
Wow, we're late.
568. Five a chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. You guys are 2-0 in the week. Hot streak, 7-1 your last 8 games. Today's topic is famous Ricks on a Wild Card Wednesday. Rick Heyman will not be one of the answers today. Famous
Ricks.
That is really random.
It's
really a Wild Card Wednesday.
I love it way more when you go, what team did he play for in the 70s? I love that stuff.
I think we'll be pretty good at this, though.
If you think you know your famous Ricks,
let's give it a shot.
Call us 402-464-5685. Shut Up Simple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 402-464-5685. Call the down Sip and Bill and trivia. Famous Ricks, our topic today for Wild Card Wednesday. You feel somewhat okay
I do. I feel
about this
good.
random topic?
I can think of a bunch.
Might get all 4, might go over. That's how I look at it.
Mike is gone. We scared Mike off. Let's try.
We're probably on hold for quite a while there. We got off on the crossmow.
No, he just called. I'm not sure what happened.
It's very
there.
topical
That's a fresh
right
caller.
Yeah.
Try to get
We have
else.
some rain now, which has been nice.
Is this Mike? JR. Okay. JR. Ready for some famous Busch trivia today.
Let's do it.
All right. Bill's a lifeline for Sip for one question as always. JR, first question. What famous Rick sang the song Super Freak?
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross is the guess. No.
I don't. Hold on.
It's not
Rick James.
Is it Rick James? There.
I didn't know that. Good job.
I
would not have.
Uh-oh, JR.
You're in trouble.
Oh, just got real, didn't it?
Would I have gotten that? Rick James. I don't think so.
1-0 lead for Sip, and Bill is out, but he helped you out. Sip, first question. What famous Rick sang the song Never Gonna Give You Up from the 80s?
Never Gonna Give You Up.
That's the one.
I have not the foggiest idea.
Hold on.
His first name is Rick.
It's really Rick.
Oh, I'm really struggling with it right now.
What's his last name?
It's not a band?
No.
It's not a band.
It's not a band.
Oh, I'm freaking out over this. I have a name, I think. I can't tell you.
I don't know. Rick Springfield.
Rick Springfield.
No, he's saying Jesse's girl.
Not correct. Do you want that one, JR, or not?
Nope.
Rick Astley.
Yeah.
His name. To tie it up, down 1-0. Last question for you, JR. What famous Rick was a 3-time champion with the Lakers as a starting small forward in the early 2000s?
Oh gosh. No, his first name's Rick.
Yeah, you sure do. 5 seconds.
I feel like sipping this moment. As soon as you say it, I'm going to be mad at myself. Here.
5, 4.
Rick.
Oh, I got it. I
think I know.
3.
I got it.
I think I know.
2.
I'm writing it down. You can't see it.
1.
Rickster. I don't know.
Rickster.
Rickster.
Rick Rickster.
He was an actor, too.
Yes, I think I have it here. Go ahead, Steve.
He was an actor.
For the win. You want
Rick Fox.
3-0 on the week. The hot streak continues.
What is the deal?
What is going on right
Have
now?
we won 8 of 9?
Yes, 8 of 9.
All right, this is good. I like this.
It's
Posture.
more fun.
Yeah.
A lot more fun.
Thanks for trying.
Thank you, JR.
Scott.
Thank you.
I'm see if you get this last one. You guys won the game. What famous Rick is an actor known for his movies Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Spaceballs?
Moranis.
Yes.
Whoa.
Rick Moranis.
Brilliant.
Rick
Nice.
Moranis.
Moranis.
So we're good at that one.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
You got Rick James. I'd
good
like to
teamwork
think I would have
today.
got it, but I don't
don't
think
know.
I would have.
It's good teamwork.
Shocked Rick
James.
Springfield did not show up for Jesse's girl. Really shocked on that one.
Rick.
Tiebreaker.
This is Bill. Go.
How old is Rick Astley, who sang Never Gonna Give You Up?
What year was that?
It was in the 80s. I don't know what year in the 80s, but in the 80s.
67.
Oh, God. I think he'd be about more like our age. I might go a tad. I'll go with 62.
59 years old
59.
for
So he's
Rick
our age.
Yeah.
Astley. But hey, 3-0. Guaranteed a winning week by Wednesday.
I wonder if Astley's
that?
out there doing the casino circuit.
I bet he
now.
would be. War
With
Horse.
the Little River Band. That'd be a good pairing.
He's really good.
Why not, Rick? Get out there.
Jake, you don't sound that bad to me. Maybe I'm used to
Scott,
it.
do you
Better.
think Joan Jett started off from was it Pinky Tuscadero or Leather Tuscadero from Happy
Pinky,
Days?
it was Pinky.
Pinky Tuscadero, yeah.
Pinky Tuscadero.
You there? Remember that?
Pinky Tuscadero was a welcome addition at times.
It was. Pinky
She would make
show
kind
up.
of cameos.
She'd come out. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of a sudden she'd come in. Yeah, she
Yeah,
kinda
Pinky
did
Tuscadero.
kind of a deal like that or
It's
something.
like Fonzie's love interest.
I think it was a love interest. She
Yeah.
wore leather.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's. I wonder if
I don't know if Joan Jett
branched off from Pinky
Maybe.
Tuscadero.
never thought of it.
When we come back, hour 3, Sean Callahan is next. An early break on the ticket.
Never thought of it.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity?
Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Get ready for the largest dirt late model event in Nebraska, race fans. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is heading to Eagle Raceway's High Bank Heist on Thursday, May 15th through Saturday, May 17th. See the greatest dirt late model stars in the country compete for $10,000 to win on both Thursday and Friday, and an enormous $50,000 to win 75-lap main event on Saturday. The High Bank Heist, May 15th through May 17th at Eagle Raceway. For more info, visit eagleraceway.com. Let's go Lucas Oil Late Model Racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street.
Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Pinnacle Bank Arena box office.
Yeah, boy! You're getting hungry. Very, very hungry. Now look into my clock. And when your boy Flavor Flav counts from 3, you're going to go to Cane's and you're going to order hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and secret cane sauce. 3, 2, 1.
Order for Flavor Flav.
I guess it worked. Raising Cane's. One love.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Join Main Street Beatrice for their annual Beer, Wine, and Spirits Festival on Saturday, May 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. with VIP entrance at 3 p.m. Enjoy an afternoon of live music and unlimited tastings of Nebraska beer, wine, and spirits at Envision Landscapes and Garden Center. There's something for all palates, and you only pay your entry fee. Food and snacks are available for purchase at the event, as well as off-sale beer, wine, and spirits from vendors. Tickets are only $25 ahead of time or $30 at the door. This fun day is for adults 21 and over only. Buy your tickets at mainstreetbeatrice.org or on the Main Street Beatrice Facebook page today. Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late.
It's time for Early Break, presented by Nebco. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
Welcome back to Hour 3 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Third hour sponsored by our friends at Nebco, now hiring at Ready Mix Concrete. You got their job openings at NebcoInc.com. We're joined now to begin the hour by our friend Husker Online, Sean Callahan. Sean, good morning. We will get to all things spring game, portal, and more. But before that, we got to set the record straight here because there's video of the drop punt in the spring game, and also there's video of you catching the punt at the spring game. We'll let you tell the story. What actually happened? How many punts did you receive, Sean, and how did that go for you?
Well, they just kind of kicked me out there. You're first, and so I get out there, and being on the line here with a renowned special teams coordinator, Bill Busch, he can attest. Gauging the wind and the ball in the Memorial Stadium on a punt is not easy. So I get out there and. I probably should have just let the first one go, but you know what? I'm going to just make a play on it and have fun with it. Not realizing Steve Sipple's worst fear of why he didn't do this punt competition would become my reality. Right. That I would. I joked on Big Red to wrap up last night. My drop punt pulled the highest rating of the game.
It was probably the biggest development of the day. Interestingly,
Sean, I watched it 40 times.
Slow-mo.
In slow-mo.
They just didn't do me any. If they just would have shown it in real time, but they had to go like slow-mo, put me in full goober mode, like. Like I don't care who
Here comes on 3. It was like in old school. Was it old school? And the guy got shot in the neck with the dart. Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank took the dart, took the tranquilizer to the neck.
It was. So yesterday I'm in Sortino's Pizza in Omaha.
Okay.
And some guy yells at me, "Don't drop the pizza, Sean."
Oh no!
See,
well,
it's not going away.
Simple says this. It goes forever.
Shot and I pulled it in. So, but that's my only beef is like show both of them. Like, don't put me in full goober mode, and then don't even. But we broke it down last night on Big Red Wrap Up, like Damon Benning's catch, my drop, and my catch. So it was a lot of fun, and got a lot more attention than I was anticipating.
Yeah, what'd you think of the day? Would you do this again? Not that part, but Nebraska, the Husker games, all of that. Was this a one-off, or is this something we're going to see in the future? How Nebraska handled it?
It's just really, to me, it's this simple. There's a big difference between 60 and 80,000 people and 10,000 people.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money. And I'm not saying they're going to get 60 to 80,000 for a spring game, because I don't know if those crowds are out there. I think nobody drew over 60 this year when you look at the numbers out there. But I think they've got to put something together that gets it, up there again, especially with the revenue and some of the things they've done. And who knows what spring football is moving forward and how it's going to exist. But, it is what it is. They probably could have just kept it the same and just played the young guys like they did. But I think you'll see something closer to what we're used to, probably, something that they can market more as a true game, because you're just not going to draw a big number as we saw at events like what Nebraska did this year.
Do you think we'll ever see, Sean, a spring game against a different school? Because there's that conversation of Deion Sanders and Fran Brown. Will that ever happen in upcoming years, in your opinion?
I think the biggest thing is the money. If Fox and Big Ten Network or whoever, the television partners can almost create an additional piece of inventory to play a game like that where it's worth their while, the athletic directors are just going to say, you're doing this. Sorry, coach. You're doing this. We're going to get paid $4 million for this. We're doing this.
Yep.
Or it could be more than that. I don't know what, but I think that's what it comes down to. If they can create ticket revenue that's legitimate in a television revenue piece as part of like the pie, then all of a sudden I think those conversations are real. But obviously the NCAA has got to get on board. But why? I mean, like, it's just still kind of funny to me that the NCAA has any say on this type of thing. They play scrimmage games like this in volleyball in Division I.
Yeah.
Division II teams play scrimmage games. Like University of Nebraska Kearney, I believe, played Sioux Falls. They played a scrimmage against Sioux Falls. So like those things already happen. I don't know why you couldn't do something like that and create a way to make more money for your institutions at the same time.
I think this could evolve. Sean nailed it. It could evolve Nebraska K-State playing in a scrimmage or control game in front of 80,000 people with game day here.
Oh,
yeah, I could see game day going to a scrimmage. Why not? It's in
Why
March
not?
or April.
Yeah.
Why not? And then all of a sudden you have a whole, because what does the NFL do that's brilliant? They own every month. So they do something every month, and they make sure it's a year-long season. That's why the draft is where it's at. That's why the combine's where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to have that, and it's going to happen. I mean, I'd be shocked if it didn't.
There's really not much when you say why not. There's just not much push. There's not much to push back on. As far as the current conversation goes, Sean, Charmore Brown, how are you assessing this Charmore Brown situation right now? He's the North Dakota State running back who's, he's considering a handful of schools, including Nebraska. Where's the situation at that you can say?
Yeah, I don't know what the holdup is. I mean, it felt like it was going to be Cal. In fact, Cal was in Omaha this week, and they offered Braylon Warren. They stopped at Westside, but they also met with Charmore Brown, and they also went over to Iowa Western to see his brother. And I think they've he's got a brother at Iowa Western, and they've offered him a roster spot. So Cal's trying to pull out all the stops to get him, but nothing has been made public yet as far as what his plans are. And it's a little hard to figure out because it felt like it was coming on Monday, and here we are on Wednesday, and we still don't really know kind of where things are at and how hard is Nebraska pushing at this point, especially hearing what maybe the financial offer from Cal might be. I mean, it's crazy money if it's true in terms of what Cal has come at him with. And, and Matt Rule has said this, he goes, we're not going to be a desperate team and chase a player, especially when you've got to be careful when you're in revenue share now and how you allot your money. You can't just, splurge on a guy just to splurge. I mean, you have to be very careful with how you manage things moving forward. And I don't see Nebraska doing something like that, even though I do think Charmore Brown would help this team, no question, if they could get it figured out.
If you don't know this, I understand, Sean. It's kind of out of the blue. How often does Cal come through here looking for players?
I don't recall really ever.
That's what I thought. Who's he? Was Wilcox here?
He's not really a guy. I mean, he's from North Dakota State in the portal, so it's not like a traditional high school. But think about this, guys. Yesterday, Ohio State was in Omaha. When's the last time the Buckeyes had coach? And they stopped at Westside and Millard South yesterday.
Who are they looking at?
They went over to see Braylon Warren, but I think secretly they went over to watch Jet Tamala. I know Jet Tamala's committed to Iowa State, but you do a workout when those coaches come by and spend time with them, and you need a quarterback to throw in the workout. So I'm sure they were there to gauge Jet. And if Ohio State wanted to go after Jet Tamala, they could make that thing real pretty quickly if they wanted him. They could put their full press on him. And when they do that, it's hard to say no because of the amount of resources they have compared to, say, in Iowa State. But there's other players they could have been looking at too, like Nelson Wheeler, the running back who has a Wisconsin offer, Northwestern, among others. Isaac Jensen, the tight end. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have multiple guys that they could be evaluating there. But, you don't see the Buckeyes coming into town like that either.
The shop door's open. What, Sean?
Come on in.
What was the what was?
Usually,
I like that
with
show.
like myself, the reason that Cal went to other places, they had one goal in mind. Like when I would come up from LSU to see Fedoni, then I would just spend the day. So I just whip around to West Side, whatever. I'd just go around and see. I go to prep, whatever it was. I'd pick out 6, 7 schools besides my time I would spend over with Fedoni. So that's kind of why Cal's like, why we're here. Let's go to other schools.
Sean, when you think about spring ball, the totality of spring ball, player personnel wise, what was the biggest story in your mind? I have one in mind. What's the biggest story in your mind?
Oh man, that's a broad one.
Come on. No, it's not. Just what wouldn't you say it was the center position getting settled? Justin Evans?
I think the offensive line is in a place that it needs to be in general. And they've done it in a couple ways. They solidified the center spot. They added 2 starters from the portal, and then they returned kind of a collection of veterans. I mean, this line is built the way it needs to be built to be competitive in the Big Ten Conference. Now, can it hold up? Can they put it all together now? That's the question. But they have the proper pieces this year. And for Donovan Raiola now going into his 4th season at Nebraska, I mean, this is what it should look like for a guy. And I'm excited for Donovan because I know he's worked hard to get it to this point. And the young guys, too, like Gibson Pyle and Grant Bricks, look promising for the future. And they've got a lot there. And getting that center position ironed out was big. I mean, I think Dylan, too, just his advancement in year 2 is a big thing here because this is now his team, where a year ago he couldn't do that yet because he wasn't named the starter until August.
Right. I think that was big. I thought the Evans thing was big because, Sean, we went into the spring and the narrative was Evans is the left guard. Maybe he could slide over to center. We don't know. It's possible. It went from that to, no, he's a center. He's center number 1 and
C1.
Yeah, C1. And we feel like he could be an all-conference type of player. That conversation shifted incredibly fast in my mind. Go ahead, Jake.
No question. And I think we now know 4 starters pretty, Spindler, Pritchett, Evans, Lutoski, and then the 5th spot is kind of a toss-up between a lot of guys, whether it's Gatula, whether it's Corcoran, maybe Prohaska gets back in there. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of players, Tyler Knack, I think he had a good spring. But I feel like there's 4 solidified spots, and then may the best man win for the 5th spot.
It's obviously early, Sean, post-spring, but I saw USA Today and On3, Andy Staples put Nebraska 22nd in their way too early poll for next year. Do you see this as a top 25 type team, Nebraska, in 2025?
They have a schedule that builds up to it. Their first 3 games are going to be favored. Cincinnati game is a touchdown spread right now for Nebraska. And then they get 2 home games. They're the only team in the Big Ten that opens with 2 conference home games in a row, back-to-back. Michigan State. That's a hell of a break. When you're in an 18-team conference and you're the only team that gets to start with the 2 home games like that, to get momentum and find a good record out of the gates. You're not going to Ann Arbor for your first game, which would be a bear. You get them here, and it's going to be a big stage. So, I mean, the opportunity is there for this team, no question. But they've got to then get to that back half with Penn State and Iowa and USC and in the trip to UCLA. But I do think the schedule is set up to be an 8+ win type team if they take care of business. And, we joke 9 wins now is basically a playoff caliber team. So 9-3, if they were able to even get to that, you're knocking on the door of a playoff discussion, depending on how your schedule is.
Yep. Sean, always good stuff. Thanks for the time. We'll chat with you again next week.
Thanks, guys.
Husker Line, Sean Callahan.
Yeah, going to Ann Arbor, rough. Ohio State was in here too, looking at Tamala.
Now that's a different one because, like I said, that's one that's very interesting.
You don't see
that's not normal. They weren't here to see, someone that's a slam dunk. They're here to see him, and then they're just going to spend the day. Why not when I'm there? That was a direct reasoning of why they were here. So.
Cal came through. Interesting.
Well, Cal coming through, that's completely normal.
Yeah.
I mean, because he's from Omaha. They're here. They're running back. Charmore Brown's from Omaha. So they're here for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably
I have to get that straight with Sean.
Yeah.
Straighten things out.
I wonder who it was. Was it Wilcox?
Well, the head coaches cannot go out.
Oh, they cannot go out.
No, just assistant coaches.
So some Cal guys were running around.
Yeah. Wonder if they're wearing. They wear like hoodies. Were they in like a polo?
They have sharp colors.
Yeah.
Jet Tamala, I'll be damned.
Still, not going to get a Nebraska offer, but everyone's looking at him.
No, but Nebraska, you know why?
I understand, but if Ohio State's looking at him and you just willingly said, we're not going to take it, I don't know how you can.
We have hit a hot button.
I've already been bothered by it in general when you've got a bunch of Power 5 schools after him. And if Ohio State enters the conversation, you better change your priorities with Jet Tamala. But it's probably too late. It's too late, though.
Yeah. You have your quarterback situation sort of,
I get it.
The quarterback position also is very much like the in-state, which means, like I said, with Ed Ogeron, do not even remotely comment on anyone in the state of Louisiana or Houston or certain areas. He handled all that. Do not throw one out there. You had to go through all the right deals. And also he would make the offer, not the assistant coach, however it could be done. Outside of that, didn't care at all. I offered 3 guys in Baltimore. Sounds great. Let me know how it goes. That
in-state
and then also at quarterback. Even so, if there was a quarterback that was out of state, no, you don't offer a quarterback. Hey, I saw a quarterback today in North Dakota. Really impressed me. I offered him. They'd be like, whoa. You can't do that because the quarterbacks are so dialed in to, and then like I said, they always talk about when the chips start to fall. And the quarterbacks scramble. All of a sudden, hey, so-and-so committed to Louisville. So-and-so committed. And it's like, all of a sudden, it's like musical chairs. And they're like, hey, the music's going to stop pretty soon. Where am I going to end up? And so you don't jack with that. So that's why you won't see an Ohio State come in to Omaha and make just an off-the-cuff offer unless it's a committable offer to it. They won't just say, yeah, we're offering him. Yeah, we're offering him like that. Say, you can't commit to it. We're offering him because then somebody else is going, whoa, time out. You offered him. What's going on? Where am I at? Because you generally have your 1A and 1B. This is who we want. Now, sometimes if you're strong enough, you can say, "Oh, we're going to offer you," and you can post that, but you have to come to camp. The offer is not committable.
Do I like Iowa State? Jet Tamal is committed to Iowa State, verbally committed. Do those coaches kind of bow up when they find out Ohio State's in there looking at him?
No.
You don't?
No.
You don't call them and say, hey, back off.
First thing you do, it's just like, it'd be like you in dating world in Columbus. It's like something like that. You're like going, I don't care if you're someone like, whatever. Oh, you like the girl I'm dating? Yeah. She's dating me. So just, you don't show any cracks of like, hey,
right.
You want to be cool. Like,
back off, Jack.
It's like, hey, I don't care who visits him. He's coming to Iowa State. That's how you, that's your
posture.
Big eyes and big chest.
There you go.
When we come back, a lot of great draft picks happened in these last couple of days, but there's some big names that did not get drafted. I'll tell you who next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch, presented by NEBCO on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Join Main Street Beatrice for their annual Beer, Wine, and Spirits Festival on Saturday, May 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. with VIP entrance at 3 p.m. Enjoy an afternoon of live music and unlimited tastings of Nebraska beer, wine, and spirits at Envision Landscapes and Garden Center. There's something for all palates, and you only pay your entry fee. Food and snacks are available for purchase at the event, as well as off-sale beer, wine, and spirits from vendors. Tickets are only $25 ahead of time or $30 at the door. This fun day is for adults 21 and over only. Buy your tickets at mainstreetbeatrice.org or on the Main Street Beatrice Facebook page today. Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with Ready Mixed Concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown's Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes, feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you have any issues with your Apple products, phone, computer, watches, or more, where would you probably take that to, Bill? You had to choose
I'd
a spot
go
in
see
Nebraska.
Triptastic.
At Computer Hardware.
Yep.
Also,
Hardware.
Lincoln at 70th and O. Also in
They also have software.
Kearney, Hastings, NGI. 45 years in business at Computer Hardware. doing great things. And Tripp has not been there all 45 years, but it feels like he has.
Feels like
he's experienced like
young man.
The young man, but doing great things. Check him out in Lincoln, right by Taco Inn at 70th and O.
You'll love when you swing in there. Like I said, have you been in there? You've had an issue with your fan.
I called him yesterday.
Did you?
I talked to a young lady and she diagnosed it pretty quick, and I got to take it in there. But she knew exactly what. It was a little complicated, but she got it figured out over the phone, and then we're gonna go to work now.
Tripp computer hardware.
It was typical computer hardware though. She was very
welcoming,
pleasant. Yeah, she was super pleasant. I was in line at McAllister's, kind of frazzled as usual, trying to do 3 things at once, but she talked me through it, and it's going to get taken care of. God bless her, by the way. She was really good. She was really patient.
They hire good people. It's not just Tripp. The whole team's there good at computer hardware. Yeah, Nick gave us some sort of protein shake. I feel
getting all ripped up.
I feel healthy and jacked all of a sudden over here.
Your throat sounds better.
Yeah, I feel like
protein.
I'm back.
You needed creatine. That's what you needed.
Just feel like I'm Popeye. Get the
need some creatine.
Get
some
That's still a thing.
Yeah, it's still a thing. Well, creatine's just proteins, all it is. Okay. So yeah, we get that and some amino acids.
Swim, come on,
and some vitamin D.
Swim does the creatine thing evidently. He just gave me a look.
Yeah.
So Jake and Swim go at it pretty hard about
the fitness thing. Yeah. Well, most things, but the fitness thing.
Fitness.
Swim eats really well.
Yesterday, I said, "What do you have for breakfast?" Oh, I had a protein bar. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Protein shake.
Yeah.
Tell me all the
Jake
healthy things
bacon.
you had. I had oatmeal. Okay, and I'm doing well.
He's doing.
I got a cold, but tell you what, the protein shake would not have fought off this cold.
Jake's the most fit of all of us. There's no doubt. If there was a cross-training competition, Jake wins it going away.
Well, he's
that'd help a lot.
That'd be a bad competition.
Yeah,
it'd be not ugly.
Well, Jake, you've been beat by some 70-years. You got beat
twice.
yesterday.
Yep, by a 75-year-old golfer and tennis. By the way, before we get to this NFL, the topic of NFL draft, I saw this from the Journal Star during the break. Got an email.
Is this from Young Ben?
It might be Young Ben.
Young Ben sent something over.
For those who get very frustrated about Pinnacle Bank Arena and be able to do anything in there with your phone reception wise.
Okay.
Apparently, this is from the Journal Star. The West Haymarket Joint Public Agency approved a $3.7 million upgrade of the Pinnacle Bank Arena Wi-Fi system.
Ooh,
the
Wi-Fi system
out there, and also a new scoreboard on the way to PBA. Apparently.
Jeez, no, Bill. It is frustrating.
It is a jail cell. It's horrible.
So for your cell phone,
you cannot get service in there.
Well,
that's
wouldn't you call it spotty? Like if you send a text to someone, it might go through and it might not.
Good chance. Most likely, it doesn't go through.
Yeah.
You can't send a tweet. You can't do it. You can't look at. You can't research anything. It's how it should be. You're watching the game. Like we feel spoiled that we should be on our phone. If you're there to watch the,
I absolutely love it. Yeah, I wish there was none. I mean, what do you have to send out? I mean, do you really have to live tweet during the game?
Well,
maybe media guys. There's like me in the stands. No,
it's a little different. Yeah, we do. But now, as far as texts go, is it absolutely necessary? I don't know.
To text Jake something.
That's important.
No, not necessarily.
Nebraska misses 4 threes. You text Jake, and say something.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I got a question for Jake. Is it dependent on how many people are in that arena? That's a rookie question, but like if it's not a big crowd, is it?
I think it's a problem. Ideally, yes, in your situation, that it should be more of a problem if it's a bigger crowd. But I've been there for small crowds, and it was still a problem. I don't know if it's just the building.
Never a time when I've walked into PBA thinking that I might receive an urgent text. I'm not a heart surgeon. If you're an on-call neurologist, you probably shouldn't be there.
Well, it's a subjective discussion though, because what you consider urgent might be different than what someone else does. I get it.
It would be nice to know if, let's just say that you're new to the arena and you don't know that your phone's not going to work, that you let your wife know, whoever, somebody, hey, FYI,
exactly.
When I go in here, I've got, all of a sudden it's like, you've not returned a text. I've texted you 20 times.
Right.
And you've got nothing back.
There you go.
Now this is, someone says this in text line. I work as a green shirt. Somebody helping out with tickets.
Nice.
Because we need the Wi-Fi boost badly to help scan in tickets. They lag out all the time.
Oh, that'd be, okay. I see that.
So somebody else says, scanning the QR code just doesn't work well. So,
and don't bring
necessary.
Cash. Don't bring cash.
How dare you bring cash?
I dare you bring in a 20.
So you can't do that.
No, it's cashless.
Yeah, everything's slapped out of your hand.
Cash is a thing of the
They'll
past.
slap
sadly.
it right out of your hand.
3.7 mil, huh?
Yep. Wi-Fi boost.
Good one, Jake.
Thanks. That's Journal Star. That's young Ben probably
Young
reporting
Ben.
that. You never
Young
know.
Ben
Could have been
sent that
him.
over.
Could have been young Ben.
Young
Some guy
Ben's en route to Norfolk.
There are some players of note that did not get drafted
There are.
to the NFL. Now, we all make fun of Shedeur Sanders going from the 1st to 5th round. He was still drafted.
We make fun of him.
Well, we
Kind
do.
of, yeah.
Here's some names of players that had good college careers that were seen as are going to be drafted or signed as free agents. In
One
the NFL.
stands out to me and SIP very strongly.
Brady Cook, quarterback, Missouri. Good quarterback there. Jay Higgins, linebacker, Iowa. Not drafted.
Mhm.
Kobe Bryant, defensive back, Kansas. Isaiah Bond, receiver, Texas. Xavier Restrepo, receiver, Miami. And Donovan Edwards, running back, Michigan.
Also, did we miss one on there? I thought McLaughlin did not.
I didn't write that one down, but you said that.
Yeah, there's the center, the Remington.
I don't believe.
Award winner.
I don't think I'm off on that, am I? But he did not get drafted, from what I read.
I'll double check it, Jake.
And he won the Remington Award. And I know he's got an Achilles. I can't believe someone didn't take him in the 7th.
Whoa.
And think, hey, even if he sits for a year, it's worth us having him. It's worth us having him.
Yes, he did not get drafted. Seth
He won the
McLaughlin
Remington.
did not get drafted.
That blows my mind.
Yep,
it really
it does.
blows my mind.
He
that
signed
happens.
with the Bengals as an undrafted
Yeah.
free agent, but undrafted Seth McLaughlin,
Shocks me.
the Remington Award winner. Crazy.
And I know he had an Achilles, a tough injury, but for a 7th round risk to have him underneath your watch, that would be something pretty valuable. I thought the one also, Isaiah Bond's got an issue off the field.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, pretty major issue off the field.
Donovan go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then, like you said, go with the Donovan Edwards one.
Well, Donovan Edwards he was interesting to me. I always thought I didn't think he looked like the kind of running back I'd want at Michigan.
Yeah, he wasn't even close to a Blake Corum, even though he had long runs.
He did.
But what he did was he had incredible speed. So when he hit a crease, he could go. And sometimes I talked about the make you miss. That's not he didn't have the make you miss.
No, he was a tough runner. He was a pretty good example of a guy that's really good in college, but you just thought, I don't know if that's going to work in the pros. Not at that position, but he's not really a receiver either, right?
I was
put him at receiver.
I was surprised late rounds that Restrepo didn't go.
Yeah,
and
you like him, don't you?
I love him, and I know he tested awful. I know this, it was disbelief what his numbers were. But everyone who played Miami, he's their number one receiver, Restrepo. And what do you have for him? He had over 1,000 yards.
Yep.
No one could stop him. They couldn't stop him. He was open all the time. And I'm like, okay, I agree that the numbers aren't good, but you turn the film on, and he makes play after play after play after
like
play.
him.
For a 7th round risk, I'm like, why
Xavier
would you not?
Restrepo had over 1,000 yards receiving this year. He had 69 catches, 1,127, and 11 touchdowns this year for a good Miami team.
Yeah, and again, when you played him, what do you got to do? Who's their number one receiver? Restrepo. That's their guy. So for him not to be a 7th rounder, even though I know he tested out really poorly. So the McLaughlin one got me a bunch that someone didn't take him.
Think about McLaughlin not getting taken. That would have been 15 drafted players for Ohio State.
Would have tied the record.
Yeah, would have tied Georgia. Would have tied Georgia for the record.
And he should have been drafted.
I think so.
How do you not draft the Remington Award winner, the best lineman in the
And it's
country?
like, well, he's not going to play till maybe a full year out, which probably will be. But to still have him on your team, I mean, he played remarkably. He won the Remington.
He became the first Remington Trophy winner to go undrafted in more than a decade. So it's happened. It was, you probably remember. I remember these guys because I'd always write about them at the Journal Star. Reese DeMukes was an Auburn center that went undrafted. So there has been a Remington Award winner that didn't get drafted, Reese DeMukes, but it's not going to happen very often.
So, but very interesting. But there is always something you go like. Also, it's really hard to get drafted.
It is.
It's really hard.
God.
I love when someone says, "Well, he's probably going to go in the 3rd round." I go, "That's a top 100 pick." You know, that's
really talented.
Yeah, you go in the 3rd round, you're the 75th pick overall. 3rd round.
Oh.
Yeah.
Every year, it's wild to me to look at players who don't get drafted. It's very informative. Like McLaughlin, Remington Award winner, went undrafted. Stuff. It means something.
Spillover is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
Spill.
The Spill.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nipco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Pinnacle Bank Arena box office.
Get ready for the largest dirt late model event in Nebraska, race fans. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is heading to Eagle Raceway's High Bank Heist on Thursday, May 15th through Saturday, May 17th. See the greatest dirt late model stars in the country compete for $10,000 to win on both Thursday and Friday, and an enormous $50,000 to win 75-lap main event on Saturday. The High Bank Heist, May 15th through May 17th at Eagle Raceway. For more info, visit eagleraceway.com. Let's go Lucas Oil Late Model Racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions on 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln. Are you a fan of local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits? Don't miss SIP Nebraska's 12th anniversary celebration May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park and join others who share your passion for great drinks. Enjoy unlimited tastings, live music, delicious food, artisans, and lawn games as you celebrate Nebraska's vibrant beverage industry. And when you find one you love, you can buy a bottle to take home. Choose your ticket package at sipnebraska.com. The Sip Nebraska Spring Festival, a Blur event, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park in Ashland.
Hey, it's Chevy Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the #1 selling complete post-workout product, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out, exercises, or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today, try a free sample, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
We're on the air. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover, sponsored by our friends at Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One Love. Swim informed me of something during the break. We're not talking about the fitness stuff. That's a different story.
Okay.
I was talking to Bill. Bill was doing band work. I was talking to Sip. Tomorrow is May 1st.
Yeah,
May Day.
It's May
Day.
Yeah.
And it used to be such an incredible day.
Did not know what May Day was all about. I said,
What?
"Did you ever do May Days?" No. I said,
May Day baskets?
I did May Days. I'm not, at some point between me and Swim, May Day ended in society.
There's a 10-year gap with you guys.
10-year gap. Wait,
I delivered May baskets.
I delivered May
to your neighbors.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I think you only do it from about age 4 to 6.
I think it was about 8, maybe.
Maybe Jake, when I was in high school,
I think I did 3rd.
I loved
freshman,
it.
dude.
As
What are you talking about?
What's
say 3rd grade?
What's Jake doing? This is a junior doing May baskets to the neighbors.
Questionable behavior.
Still, Jake? Really, man?
But it was big during our time for sure.
It was a big deal. The May,
all of us, yeah.
May
Your
Day,
mom made May basket.
Absolutely. Tell me that's still going on. Are you telling me it's not going on?
Breakers, is anybody going to do May
When
Day
is
baskets
this?
tomorrow? Because Nick apparently was too cool for it, or just didn't happen at Pius or whatever.
Now we've attacked. Now
Please tell me.
Now
May
we've
Day
attacked
says-
Pius. It's Pius. Now we're going to go with.
He went to Pius,
and it's Catholic based. Is it going to? Are we going to go religion also,
That's
Jake?
the religious. I need the
Wherever he
text line to confirm that there's still some sort of presence of May Day in society, because we need that.
Baskets.
Little
baskets with
candy
food
or
items,
something. Yeah, it was a great time. Yeah,
It
better
was.
better times.
Was it more for the females than us?
I don't really remember.
Putting that out there.
Yeah, it
Nope.
might have been. I don't know. Jake was doing them in high school.
I'm saying a 3rd grade cutoff.
Yeah, I thought it was age
I'd
4 to
say
6.
7 or 8.
Yeah,
I think third
Grade.
grade cutoff is about right.
about right. Yeah. I don't remember being like in 6th grade. Doing
Definitely
it.
not
No.
fourth.
No, definitely not 4th.
Jeremy says, my kids are in elementary school and it still happens. You just put me into a panic because I forgot about it.
Oh, don't panic.
So now there's your
Nothing
reminder,
to
Jeremy.
panic
You're good
over.
now.
Here's the deal, too. The May basket in the day was delivered by hand to the house. That's the way it needs to be. It's my saying that if you want to get me started on something, it's like the trunk or treat crap we had to deal with at Halloween.
That causes
we're
problems every
not
year for
doing
Bill.
trunk or treat. You go door to door.
You don't
Same
like
thing at
trunk or
Mailbag.
treat.
I don't need to have it. Yeah, we just do them at school now. No.
Can't you
No.
just text it?
Yeah, you text it. Tell you, I'll send you a picture on Insta of a May basket, and you'll love it. And just you pick up a gift card down at Scooters.
Trunk or treat really gets Bill going.
Oh, don't get me started. Yeah, that's
door to door.
Yeah, we were someplace the other day and we were with Gigi and Keaton, her boyfriend, and Keaton mentioned that they used to do trunk or treat at this. I'm like,
did you lose it?
Just walked away.
No, I just shook my head. I didn't want to get
walked
into
away.
it. I just had that look. That you know the look I get.
I do.
That look. I had that look of disgust.
Sip, you have 1 minute for NBA Corner. What
Yes.
happened last night?
Yeah.
I mean, the Pistons somehow won. I didn't
Yes.
see it. I was gone. And
Indiana overtime, right?
They beat the Bucks.
the
big
Bucks are
comeback.
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Pacers
Pistons
on.
are alive. That's the big thing.
3-2. Is that right?
That's correct. 3-2 that series.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in there.
Pistons won at New York. They won.
So it's still, they still got a long climb. I didn't pay great attention, but I will tonight.
Okay.
Jake would be remarkable in the fandom of a series. There's so much up and downs. I mean, it is just like one game, and all of a sudden you're just right back down to
my team was down by 60 points in game 4.
It didn't take your. It's like me with the Lakers right now. I couldn't breathe at one time. I mean, when I was watching Worthy and these guys play, and then Colby too, but just especially the Magic here. I mean, I got so worked up. Again, my parents were turning it off. We're turning off the TV. My mom threatened to turn the TV off because I would just lose it. I would lose it when they were playing, especially if it was when they were playing the Celtics.
Yeah,
there's this guy Todd Kubik, Twister Todd Kubik, and God love him, he still lives in Pender, and he's the biggest Celtics fan. And it was like you couldn't wait to see him, or you couldn't wait to avoid him. Right. If it went the other way, it was going to be. If it was going to be the other, and it was better times. It was just I couldn't breathe.
The world would stop during those games.
It would.
Basically.
The
Lakers
doesn't stop anymore.
Not as much.
I was thinking about this. I was watching. You talked about Tatum, right? Like, he's dude, right?
Cunningham. Cade Cunningham.
No, you like Cunningham. You talked about Tatum.
Oh, Jason Tatum's a dude.
You liked it, and I agree with that. Then I think back, okay, he's won a championship, and then I'm thinking about how was he compared to Dominique Wilkins?
I don't know.
Not even close.
Oh, come on.
Dominique Wilkins. Are you kidding me?
No, we'll get him Tatum Wilkins.
When he did, yeah, we are. I'd like to see that. Break that down. Must-see TV. Dominique Wilkins playing for the Hawks. Remember him playing again? Oh, man.
That's it for us.
Tatum.
The drive is next. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nebco on 93.